recording. Start streaming. All right. We should be live. So, hello, hello. Welcome to another week of Doctors and Dungeon Masters. A better week for obvious reasons than last week. Fuck 45. Anyway, I'm Casey James, PhD candidate at UWM, and I am the Dungeon Master.
I'm Eric Kirsting, and I'm here to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Beautiful.
Hey, Leia Leibzeller, PhD candidate at UWM. Playing Ash, the fighter bard.
And I'm Andrew Lenahan. I'm a mysterious guest who will be playing Who Knows?
I love it. Andrew.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say Andrew is a player in the Saturday campaign, so is familiar with the world. What did you bring with you? Is it a spoon? It's a fucking spoon. Thank you. I did not want that. Sorry.
I'm helping.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But before we get started, I'd just like to read our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that in Milwaukee, we live and work on traditional Potawatomi, Ho-Chunk, and Menominee homelands along the southwest shores of Michigami, part of North America's largest system of freshwater lakes, where the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnic rivers meet, and the people of Wisconsin's sovereign Anishinaabe, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Oneida, and Mohican nations remain present. And with that, what happened last week? 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I
Okay.
had a little just a side note, which
Go
was
for
about the accent I threw in. So one of the funny things is my wife and I have been playing through this game, Ikenfell. I highly recommend it.
Mm.
And and what's funny is that I've been doing like a different accent voice for each character because like I read the whole thing out loud. And it's funny because you never know who's gonna be like a main character or not when you meet them. Some characters will join your party, some won't. And so it's always funny when like I pick a really weird accent, like or like a really ostentatious one, like an Irish accent. And then I've got to stick with it for this character who's like, well, I guess one of the main characters, but not introduced till 2/3 of the way into the freaking game. But anyways,
Nice.
I'm done.
That's
I'm
when you
a
give
fan.
them like a throat injury so they don't have to use that accent anymore.
Oh no, I like it. I like I get like the practice for DMing.
Solid.
All right, last time on Dungeons and we died. Was that last time or was that 2 times
That was
ago?
2 times ago.
That
You
was two
got
times ago.
Yeah, you got revived at the end.
Yeah. We almost
Uh,
died though.
Mhm.
We really did die, but the DM pulled some DM magic. Got murked by a conscious sponge
Ooze.
ooze. There we go.
who we then revived
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We
after
then
we
revived,
killed.
brought back to life,
We
and
we
is now.
we paid it forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't owe anyone anything, so we got to revive the ooze to make sure that
Now
no ooze ghosts come from the afterlife to murk us.
they're gonna come help us kill the Inquisition.
Mhm.
Are they? Is that happening? Did we?
They
Did that?
agreed. They agreed to
They,
it
Shit.
yeah.
Yes. Giant
because
ooze comes upon the city. How the
because
fuck are
you
we
gave
transporting
him
them there?
they I don't know, but just to remind you, you gave them one or are giving them one of Lucky's estates.
Oh yes. Yeah. Well, I feel like Lucky will be fine.
Well, Lucky would be fine with it, but he's not in control of them right now.
I mean, he essentially is.
Lucky's on the kill list right now.
Lucky is on the kill list, but his parents are too definitely just walking corpses currently. I mean, more useful than zombies for the time being, but
Mhm.
this is where Murder Ash does his due diligence.
Yeah.
Murder Ash doesn't come out very much in this campaign.
No. Um.
But for
Yeah.
Lucky's parents, we'll bring it.
Incredible. Pardon Bowie. And then so we also ended off with Nor's adversary-ish. Like they're both doing this weird song and dance on trying to court each other into the onto their side of the revolution.
Best friend, I thought.
Uh-huh. A
Yeah, and
weird
Ash
way.
doesn't know about that, right? That's going on the sidelines.
Yeah. Bowie.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's gonna happen on Sunday or Monday, essentially. So because you came back on a Sunday. Oh no, you came back on a Monday really late. So this was on a Monday that you spoke with him. So and then it'll be on the next Monday that you speak with him again. But on Friday night, you are called by Joe to go visit her at the Five Fingers, and for railroading reasons, you decide to answer the call. And the two of you arrive at Joe's office, and as always, she's sitting behind the desk working. She looks up when you two arrive. She goes, "Oh, it came quicker than I expected. That's quite pleasant. How are the two of you?"
Well enough.
And then she'll look to Ash.
I mean, that's his reaction. He just kind of gives a half smile and a shoulder shrug.
And she'll do the same back. 1 second. I am the worst DM and forgot to look up one thing. I'm so mad.
How dare you
I
need to look up
know.
information? How is
I
this
know.
not
There we go.
all in
I
your
got it.
head?
I got it.
Susie?
I got it. Okay.
Haven't you memorized the rules yet? I
No.
don't understand. You
I
run like
have.
5 of these games a week. What are you even
I
doing?
actually have a discussion point for later. But anyway, she will look at the two of you, and she'll go, "A curious character has crossed my path, and I don't really have the patience to suss them out, so I'd rather pay you. It is a woman by the name of Shimmer, and she works for what she calls the Department of Otherworldly Exploration, and, well, a department in Taizhou that I do not know about I do not like. So, she seems to be on a mission for something somewhere underwater. I imagine she has the means of getting there. So what I would like you to do is investigate her, see if she's someone that is worth my time, and see if this organization is worth my attention. 200 gold apiece, and whatever you find."
So she's approached you about working with the Five Fingers?
I've had some of my scouts interact with her by chance, and she seems to be not so much recruiting, but looking for people that can help her with whatever she's doing. I don't know why her organization is not providing her said help, so I need to know what their MO is and why she is estranged from the organization that she is also working for.
So has Ash ever heard of this department?
Give me a history check.
My dice! I forgot them. They are right here. Well, they were right here. There they are, okay.
This is a coffee mug or travel mug that my sister got me. I love it. That is all.
14 on the dice. So history. Oh yeah, he hasn't sucked at history. I forgot about that. 21.
Yeah, you've heard of a lot of kind of grassroots organizations for the resistance. This is not one of them that you have heard. It is either new, small, or very secret. But also
Or all
given
three. It's
that too.
potential.
But
Okay.
those would be the reasons why you think you would not have heard of it before.
All right. Hot.
So, it seems like she needs people for whatever mission she is about to do. And I need people to figure out what this department is. So, like I said, I'll pay you
So
200
is she
gold
paying
apiece.
us?
I am. I am paying you 200 gold apiece, and she has agreed that you will be splitting whatever treasure you find in the wherever it is.
Joe, dear,
Don't call me dear.
we have just narrowly escaped the jaws of death and
Oh,
made some
wait,
friends along the way.
this is Friday, right?
This is a Friday
So
night.
this is like almost a whole week, like 5 days after our
I'm
last.
just
Correct.
saying, consider
I-
all that we got done last weekend.
No, for sure. I just wanted to make sure that I understood the timeline. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yo.
I think my weekend might be worth a little more than 200 gold.
Joe looks over at Nor and she goes, I really miss the days where you were too nervous to go toe to toe with me, Nor.
I'm not. Not at all.
Yeah, not me either. I just need to pretend. How much do you want?
350 each.
I didn't hear Ash petition for a larger amount.
Yeah,
I'm just doing
350
the
each, whatever.
talking.
And she'll pull out 2 coin purses and add 15 platinum to each of them and toss them over. And she'll go, well, I'd say make it worth my money, but I already know you'll do that.
All right, I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
Sounds good.
Easiest 150 gold I ever made.
I mean, it's kind of the thing now. Joe has gotten used to you, bargaining for more, so of course she's gonna lowball you to start
Sure.
off with.
And Ash is over here like, whatever they give me is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
I mean, money's nothing when you're a rich boy.
I mean, that's true.
I have 3,985 gold. I have nothing to spend it on other than ink, but I have 2,450 gold in magical ink already. Speaking of which, I needed to like transcribe these spells during the time in between
Yeah.
times. I don't think it would affect what I'm preparing, but I guess would I have known that I was meeting with Joe and was going to go on an adventure today, or would I have not known?
So you'll go on the adventure tomorrow, first thing in the morning.
Okay.
So you have time to prepare.
I'm gonna prep my spell
So
book then.
while Eric preps what spells you would have transcribed and what you would be doing,
I won't worry about the transcribing. I'm just gonna get my spells ready for tomorrow.
Shimmer, how do you imagine? Because you know the Five Fingers and the sorts of people that work for them. How do you imagine they came in contact with one another to start off?
I imagine one of them kind of like helped her out as she was trying to liberate some restaurant food.
Nice. I think so we could say that King would be working on that. I don't think you've interacted all that much with King, but he is a now 17-year-old thief that just likes a little bit of chaos.
You know, I think he saw me running away and just it's like pointed down like a better alley to run down.
Yup. I'm here for it. And I think he definitely misunderstood and thought that you were stealing or liberating the dinner so that you can eat it. So he's like, "Hey, can we share?" Which might have, raised a couple of red flags for Shimmer.
Like I thought you were cool.
But then he'll immediately back off, apologize, and you kind of talk about things from there. So, and just to catch Andrew up, because I know I didn't really give you all that much, you found an underwater building that you feel a great magical presence from. And it is guarded by puzzles and guardians, stone guardians that come to life that you cannot take on your own. So I'd say you would have offered the Five Fingers like information about your department in exchange for help. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I added 2 spells from the scroll list: Mirage Arcane and Misty Step.
Sounds good.
And I just
So, very serious question for you, Casey.
Uh-huh.
How does Tomas respond to the story of like
Yeah.
basically almost dying? And then also, how does Tomas feel about Ash then literally 5 days later being like, I guess I'm going on another adventure that I don't want to go on because I just want to stay in the city. Why can't I just do my job? Because he
I
acts
mean,
very nonchalant in this meeting, totally down to go, and then
yeah.
goes to Tomas and is just like, I just want to sleep in a bed for 7 days in a row.
And he looks at you, deadpan. Should have thought about that before joining up resistance. And he'll smirk. And he'll go, I don't like that you are getting in danger, but until you wake up in a cask with a strange wizard next to you, I'm not as worried.
I could feel my soul transferring to a different being.
That
is how close we came last week, Tomas.
But you didn't, and until you do, I feel safe with the decisions you make.
Oh, so you won't feel safe with my decisions after I wake up in a cast next to a wizard?
Well, then it's gonna be another 10,000 gold before I feel safe again. 3 months.
It's like a whole property of Lucky's. Cool. Awesome.
I mean,
I just wanted that. I just wanted that in my life.
Yep. And with Ash's insight, I mean, Tomas is definitely masking by being like sassy to try and like make it so that like you know Ash is not worrying about how Tomas feels. So and he's not like outright lying, but he is telling the truth in the sense that like until you blow through the clone, whatever happens happens so long as you're not traumatized by it. But if the worst of it is, I am mad because I am getting hit on by monsters, and I'm mad because I'm not sleeping in my bed for a full 7 days. He's like, okay, we can make fun of him for that.
It's cool. Tomas has a very low insight, so he does not understand that the joking is actually a mask for I fucking almost died and I feel awful and I don't want to go on this trip because I'm gonna die again and it's gonna be awful and you guys are not gonna have like you're gonna have to raise these children by yourself. like and like literally little Joe has control over the estate.
Jesus.
Ash dies at this point because he's the heir.
Christ.
It's fine.
Yo.
Everything's fine.
Tomas just believes in you.
It's cool.
Tomas thinks that you have plot armor.
The fool.
The fool.
Yeah. Oh, meet Andrew, who killed Tomas in the Saturday campaign.
I mean, he got better.
Hold the fuck on. You did what? Now, Casey, you didn't tell me Tomas died in the Saturday campaign.
He got better.
I also
and I didn't personally kill him.
DM, I also prepared Scatter.
Nice. That's such a good one.
I learned Scatter and prepared it.
Yeah.
And I'll let that be for now. What level is Conjure Elemental?
I think 5th level.
We need.
Yeah, that's a little too high for a concentration spell for me. And when I can just use the same level to become a T-Rex.
You can just become an elemental if you want.
Ish.
All right. I think. Oh, I still have 2 spells I can prepare today. Am I gonna need teleport tomorrow?
I mean it's a good bug out spell.
Yeah, I meant do I need it to get there?
Oh no.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go out into the market and can I buy 1,500 gold worth of ruby dust?
Over the course of the week, yeah. You have to visit several different jeweler shops, but.
All right, so that sets me back. Being a wizard is so expensive. Okay, so now I can cast Force Cage.
Nice.
Equipment. custom item 1500, and it doesn't expend the dust.
Yeah. You just have to
That's
have it.
nice.
You just need to have it to cast the spell. So all right.
That's solid.
I think I will keep Nor's. I don't know if I'm gonna cast Nor's greatest invisibility.
Also, here's
Yeah.
a question that I have for Ash while Eric prep spells.
For sure.
Because there's the whole cats stay in the basement versus cats come upstairs thing.
Yeah.
Have they come upstairs at all? Or are they still living in the basement?
So, like, their environment is in
Yeah.
the basement.
Right.
However, that does not mean that they're not allowed on the couches. It just means that there is a cat door that is really a
Mhm.
dog door. There's really just mostly a person door with a flap, but whatever,
Yeah,
because
they're
they're so big.
large.
And that can also be locked. So if they have guests that don't know about Cat and Catu, that
Mhm.
they don't we don't randomly have displacer beasts like wandering the halls when
Mhm.
various people show up. But at this point, Ash would have like trained them with the kids and like, yeah, they're feral beasts, but whatever. um,
Mhm.
really, he assumes that if little Joe gets attacked, he'll just like explode, and it'd be very sad if they're down a cat. But he's got to learn combat training at some point, so it
Oh my
works.
god. He's fucking Christ.
No, he loves the cats. He spends a lot of time with the cats, actually. I
Put it light.
actually imagine he does that thing where he sits at his big, beautiful desk
Mhm.
and then has like the big, beautiful chair with like normally it would be two hunting dogs like chilling on the floor next to him, but it's
But it's
actually just Cat and Catu.
Yup.
Um,
Yeah. I think at this point Tomas has stopped pretending to be mad about the cats being upstairs. Because he
good,
definitely put up a fight at the beginning.
good. Well, it's too bad for him. That's
Amazing.
Yeah, he's got to learn to love. He's got to learn to love Cat and Catu. He has to. It's just
Mhm.
yeah. We're taking well, this is an underwater adventure, right?
It is. So do you want to
So
take
Cat and
him?
Catu are not coming because
Okay.
he has not done water training with them yet, I don't think.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a very specific type of training that he would
Mhm.
not have thought he needed.
Until.
TBH. Now he knows.
Mhm.
And for next time, we will
Mhm.
have displacer beasts that can murder you. That actually just look like French poodles with hats on most of the time.
Beautiful.
I'm good to go, by the way.
All right. So you set out first thing in the morning, taking the sewers to the docks, where you are told to meet Shimmer at the fourth pier. And you are going to get escorted by Esserus, who is a member of the resistance group called the Change that is allied with the Five Fingers. I don't think you've met her before, but you've definitely heard the name now and again, because she is essentially the person who, what was I gonna say? Um, I'll get there. Who
I believe
like
in you.
just does anything with boats, essentially. Um, and Andrew, describe
Yes.
Shimmer as the party would see her as they approach.
So you see a woman probably around looks like in her mid-20s, about 5'7" ish, uh, bright red hair, um, pale skin, and she's wearing like a turtleneck and like these like kind of like long sleeves like that go into gloves. Um, and she seems to be like having a one-sided conversation with a crab.
That's actually pretty normal.
And
They
she's
know some druids.
just kind of sitting there with like her feet dangling off the pier.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh, hey, what's happening?
Oh no! Oh!
I gotta go get my tea. Good luck, Ash. Good luck, Ash.
Wow!
I love it.
Ash was down for this until right now.
are are you the friends Joey Bear and Kingsy Wingsy sent over?
Yeah, yep. I believe so.
Well, it's super sweet to meet you. My name is Shimmer.
Nice to meet you,
And
Shimmer.
this is Kara. She points to the crab.
Kara the
And,
crab.
like the crab like kind of like salutes you.
Hello, crab.
Baron King crab giggles.
Ash will salute the crab back, but not actually respond to Shimmer. Because he doesn't really know what to do with that accent or where it's from. It's from somewhere. He knows. He's not sure he wants to go there.
It's from a valley. It's from a valley
It's
somewhere.
from a valley in the sea. Like
Oh.
it's how my people talk.
I do
Yeah.
need to go quick
Yep.
get my tea and a blanket. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. Yeah, so Ash is like 6'3". He's kind of like a lean bean. He has a bunch of traveler clothes on. Lots of pockets. He's got a jacket with a shitload of pockets. And he'll just kind of like sit on the other side of the crab. Dangle his feet over the edge and just wait for whatever the fuck we're doing. And he will shake hands with the crab. He will like present a finger.
The crab
shake.
will like gently take it and like shake hands with you.
Yeah, him and the crab are gonna be friends. He can tell.
Kara, you're such a flirt.
Amazing.
Would crab or fish food, like crab food, be considered a mundane item?
Yes.
All right, he's gonna pull a few crumbs of crab food out of one of his pockets and just like sprinkle it on the ground next to the crab.
Nice. And the two of you sit there. Ash, you know that you are going to have to figure out, more about the department, but maybe now is not the right time to ask.
We're just gonna know each other.
Yeah.
It's we're gonna.
So what does
So-
Ash tell? Oh, go ahead.
So what do you do for like fun around here?
So Ash's immediate thought is kill redcoats, but doesn't feel like he should say that out loud upon first meeting you. So
Bowie, what do you got?
I don't know what he does for fun. He doesn't do things for fun.
I'll be right back. Bowie's definitely got something she shouldn't in the bedroom, so I'm just gonna what's it
There's a lot
called?
of good jazz.
I too am a
Oh
musician.
boy. Thank you, Bowie.
Well, it
Oh,
looks
God,
like
are
you
you a-
two have a lot in common.
Is Shimmer a bard?
No, she's not, but
Okay.
she does like to sing.
Okay. Oh, we'll have to
Like Kara thinks she's a
jam
really
together
good
sometime.
singer. And like I agree.
So where are you from? I haven't heard that accent since I met Ariel.
Oh, you know Ariel?
She popped up here for a half minute.
Yeah. We're like besties.
Good.
I have no idea where I'm from.
A valley in the sea.
We're still in Taijo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at the port, just outside of the city. It would have
Well-
taken like a 2-hour walk to get there in the sewers, from the sewers.
Yeah.
Well, so what are we doing today? We gonna go meet somebody? Are you the person we're supposed to meet? Are you just here to meet,
Shimmer.
bring us to the person, Shimmer?
Yeah, I'm Shimmer.
I know who you are.
Yeah, you're here to meet me, and you're here to help me. So like, I've been studying the ancient lore, and I found that there's this super cool island under the sea, and like there's like something there that's super totes help out my apartment, but like I can't get it myself because like there's like puzzles and traps, and like I think there's these like monsters that will like smush you, and like
You
totes.
think there's monsters that will smush you, or there are monsters that will smush you?
Well, like I got close and I saw like this like big stony thing, and I was like, nope, not today, Shimmer.
Hmm.
And Kara agreed, didn't you, Kara? Yeah, you agreed.
Well, it looks like Ash and I won't be much use to you. We can't hold our breath for too long.
Well, you are totes magoats in luck, because I can, and like she'll whisper, I can cast magic that makes you breathe underwater.
Great.
I look to Ash. Put my tongue in my cheek. It looks like we have to actually do this.
We were already paid.
All right.
I mean, I
Well,
could forge some documentation.
well, Shimmer, lead the way.
And
Okay, so like,
go ahead.
so like before we go, do any of you have like any like allergies I need to be aware of, or like some like aversions to ocean life? Because you're not gonna have a good day.
Do you have any swimsuits or anything? Am I gonna have to get all my clothes wet?
I mean, I have nature's swimsuit.
Oh, oh dear. Um.
Like just be free.
All right.
Better than a birthday suit.
I'm going
So
to
much
go.
better.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to the nearest apparel store. We're at a port. There's got to be a place there.
Yeah.
Let's
For-
let's
For
get a.
silver, you could get a nice swimsuit or
All right,
maybe
I'll get a nice purpley pink onesie.
Uh-huh.
That's so hot.
I will still let me look at my equipment for just a second. I'm gonna put everything into the bag of holding, so I assume it doesn't get wet
Mhm.
in there.
Just don't open it.
Yeah, just I'm not gonna open that underwater. I can open it and reach my hand in, right? Because it's an extra dimensional space. Does water filter into it?
I would say that water would filter in.
Yeah, it
You
does.
could have you knew that you were going underwater, so you could have
Did
left
we
any-
did.
You could have left or you were going to do a water one, so you could have left anything that would be endangered by getting wet.
All right, so I'm not bringing my staff. I'm not gonna bring my cloak of many fashions. I'm just going to wear my ring of protection, my bracers of defense, and I will bring the ring of wizard's past, of course.
Mhm.
And then I will get a pack at the swimsuit store that like just a regular pack, and I will go ahead and I'll put all my potions of healing in it.
Mhm. Stealthily, I
w-
imagine.
Yes, as well as my like components, my
Mhm.
component pouch.
Nice.
And I have a 300 gold diamond. Do I need that? Probably not. That'll be and then I'm gonna go ahead and I don't have a way to like shunt this into another reality. Shimmer, do you have a place to keep this stuff?
Like if you want, you could leave it in my house.
Sure.
And your house would be somewhere close by to the port. But what is your house?
So like, it's like a shack, sand floor. Like it looks like it's made of all driftwood. There are like shells and like all sorts of like dried seaweed all over the wall. Um, there's like a little like bathtub. No bed.
You have a place
So-
for hiding things.
Oh yeah, and like she like digs in the sand a little bit, and like there's like a chest under the sand.
All right, I'll put my haversack in the chest.
All right,
So
Kara,
Ash has
I need you to guard
Velcro
this.
pants on
Ooh.
and just rips off his pants. Takes off his shirt. He takes off his boots, and under his boots are actually like, you know, the shoes that have like the toes? He has those on underneath there. I just stuffs all of his clothes. I imagine that because you can't put things in the pockets, that the pockets would not take on water if he goes underwater with the jacket. Is this true or not true?
I would say it's not true, because opening it up, like just the atmosphere, and if your atmosphere is water, it fills.
Okay, then he will leave the jacket. He will not be happy about leaving the jacket, but he will leave the jacket in the chest.
Sounds good.
But he does take all of
Oh,
his
wait, the patch,
weapons, so
no,
he's
you
just
take
like
the patch off, doesn't it? Oh no, it's
What?
you have pockets. There's like a patch one, but
there is a patch one, but this is a
Yeah, the
different.
pocket,
This
yeah.
is a play on, but not entirely like
yeah, so then it would still,
that.
yeah, it would be water. If it was patches, it'd be a different story.
Sure. Yeah. So he will leave the jacket and the boots. So he's basically like in a swimsuit. Oh God, his armor. Fuck.
I
He
don't
does
wear
not
armor.
like this. He does not like this at all.
All right, I found an
He is
image
not
here. All right, I posted an
happy.
image in the thing. That's the kind of suit that
Nice.
Nor is wearing. Nice and modest.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
so fetch.
Ashes is not modest at all. Um, like I imagine he tried to do the speedo, and Tomas was like, "No, no,
Absolutely, yeah.
no, that's not happening."
Yeah.
Fuck. So
Like
he's
y'all
just.
live together, and even Tomas is like, that's too much.
Well, I mean, it was probably like sparkly or some shit too, so that's it's probably a lot. God, his armor. This is sad.
You could just get your armor wet.
Yeah, but can he swim in it? Like, I don't know. Like,
Well,
If you have light or medium, like if you don't have a metal-based armor, you can still
Okay.
have armor.
okay, cool. Then I
I'm
will
looking
leave
up
my armor.
swimming in armored D&D 5.
So he's got like
rules as written. There's no penalty. Now, of course, DM can
Yeah. I would
rearrange
say
that.
you could have like leather, studded leather, like stuff like that, and you would have
so
that
he's got
laying
the
around at
magic
this point.
shirt from the Pallies.
That does not impose disadvantage. That would still work because that's supposed to be medium, but it has the light property.
Cool. Yeah. So he's got like this long sleeve dark blue armor shirt with like swimming trunks, weird shoes, and like 15 weapons. So all of his weapons are now visible because he can't hide any of them because he doesn't have clothes to wear. So he's just got all of his fucking weaponry, which, by the way, is a lot.
Yup. And after
Some-
unloading, go ahead.
Something like this. I'm putting it into the Discord, right?
Pretty
Kind
much.
of. It's like a
He
navy
looks like
blue
a
shirt, but
fucking,
yes.
like baseball player workout gear.
Basically, yeah.
That
Yeah. So
was my exact.
yeah. So I just have like a
dimension.
simple sack on my back with those things that I already listed.
Mhm.
Components pouch in there, of course. In fact, since I knew this was a water adventure, can I just how much does the components pouch cast? cost cast
think
count. I've been playing
25
too.
gold.
All right, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and component pouch D and wow, I can't spell. I didn't spell any word in that right. And yet I still got Google knew what I meant. It doesn't even have a items list. Here we go. It doesn't have a cost associated on the thing, but 25 gold is fine. I'll get rid of that from my equipment as well. And I'm getting a separate new one because I don't want to get my nice. What I assume is my nice quote unquote one dirty or wet. So I'll get just a
am
whole
right.
nother components couch.
Sorry, player handbook page 25 says that it costs 25 gold for the component pouch.
It's gone, and I've got a secondary one to use. This is my underwater one.
I will also have an underwater component pouch.
Okay.
Glad he can sing. That's all I'm saying about this right now, because otherwise all of his bard abilities are worthless.
And when we're in Shimmer's house, I will ask Shimmer, how far away are we from our destination?
I will tell you in exact detail.
1 hour boat ride, followed
1 hour
by
boat ride.
a 20-minute swim.
Okay, so when we get there, I will be casting telepathic bond. I just didn't know if I should pass it in Shimmer's house. But if it's an hour, it only lasts an hour, I believe. Let me just double check. It lasts for 1 hour, yeah. So we'll wait for them because, like, I don't want to have to trying to talk to each other underwater is gonna suck. So telepathic bond should be useful here.
And remind me, water breathing. That's 8 hours.
24 hours.
24, yeah.
Wow.
Water walk. That's an hour when you cast it.
Yep.
So
that's beautiful.
I imagine while they're getting ready, you ritually cast water breathing on them so that they can breathe normally underwater. And you get back to the pier, and at that point, Esserus is waiting for you. She is a tall, slender. I mean, still not tall, but like 5'8" tall, with dark brown hair that's braided down her back. She's elven. She wears leather armor and a white dress shirt that's poofy on like the sleeves, and she'll give a wave, and she'll go, "Oh, hi, are we ready to go?"
Hey.
Hey,
Thanks for helping. I like totes appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I love the sea, and you look like someone that loves the sea too.
You have no idea. Like the sea and I are like more than friends.
Debatable, because the sea and I are also more than friends. I live on the sea.
I live in the sea.
Then if you live in the sea, then what are you doing on land?
I'm
I understand both of you have big cocks, but can we get going?
DM.
Yep.
Could I buy flippers at the swimsuit shop?
That's racist.
Oh my god.
What? I'm talking about like the things that you put on your feet, you know?
That's
so I can swim a little bit faster.
I'm going to give it to you just because I want there to be a surf shop in Taizhou.
There is definitely a surf shop in Taizhou, though.
Okay,
It's
so
probably
like we
by...
have surfer bums. We have to. It's required. Aren't we like in a temperate place too? Aren't we like California?
It's a
like...
little. I don't imagine it like California, but it is in a temperate place. I imagine it more like Thailand-ish.
So like not temperate, actually fucking hot as balls.
Yeah, but like Thailand aesthetic, but more moderate temperature.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Then we definitely have surfer bros.
Yeah.
100%.
That
why. Is like not.
And it's definitely run by Pottery Joe's brother.
All right. So what?
Just steal my NPCs?
No, that's why I said the brother. Like essentially a Pottery Joe, but not Pottery Joe.
Why don't we just say that that I buy a pair of flippers for me and Ash?
Yeah.
And we normally have half speed.
Yeah, it'll make your swimming speed your walking speed.
I was thinking it'd probably be more fair just to add 5 to our swimming speed.
Nah.
Because
can't I just roll in athletics?
No, that the base rules are half speed. When you have a half your
Gross.
normal speed
But
for swimming.
flippers are so unaesthetic. Ugh.
Ash, I bought these for you for
Ugh.
2 gold
blank amount.
apiece.
I bought these for gold, much gold.
2,000 each.
Ugh.
All right, now I
He
no
puts them
longer have a
on.
round number. 2, 4, 5, 6 is my current gold. I've spent a lot of money this session, mostly from
Yeah,
the
this is from
1500
you
ruby
go.
dust.
Let's go back to I have 3,000 gold but nothing to spend it on. Proceeds to spend it on.
So hilariously, Ash spends so much money, but never money that's like money we get in play. It's all like just it's all like gotta pay the rent.
Well, it's still.
Yep. Ash like lifts up his feet like and scowls. Just
You don't have
not.
to put them on now. We're just gonna take the boat over.
And as you sail deeper into the ocean, I'm sure Esserus and Shimmer have a lot to say to one another, but it's essentially, I imagine, like arguing on who loves the sea more. You will learn that Esserus does basically live on the sea. You learn that she sailed around the globe, which is a little bit of sounds, I mean, she says it, whether you believe it or not, it's another story. So she essentially is like, yeah, like the world, it's at least a circle, it's not a disc sort of thing. And
Yeah, what is the reigning understanding of planetary shape right now?
it is largely up for debate. Um, some people believe that it could be different shapes for different reasons, and no one theory is any less valid than the other. So
Okay.
just kind of like it definitely depends on which like city state you're from. Um, but yeah. So eventually Esserus will stop. She looks around. She checks the sky. And there's a couple of like little stars poking out despite it being daytime. And she goes, "Up, all right, this is a place. So I'll wait here for up to 24 hours. But after that, I'm going to be sailing around. So you'll have to find your way back if you take longer than a day."
Thanks, new bestie.
Hey, Shimmer,
Yeah.
is she like cool down with the whole magic thing? You know, I'm saying this under my breath.
You know that they're
Isn't she with you?
yeah.
The bow person's with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
They're part
five
of
fingers.
all right.
they're part
So
of the change. And actually,
Ten-
here's sorry, just another thing. The 6 members of the change have the highest bounty out of like anyone. For the work that they do against the Inquisition. Like that's not to say that Joe wouldn't have a high bounty on her head if people knew who Joe was, but she is the like they have the highest bounty of people like who got like kind of caught in a way by the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Like they never got caught, but their faces are now known.
okay, my bad. I thought that they were. I didn't understand. That was
It's all good.
my fault. So 10 minutes out, I will start ritual casting.
Telepathic bond.
Telepathic bond. So we've got
shit.
that going.
What? What do you
So
shitting?
Ash gets this face on his face, like fuck. And like searches around for a towel or something, and just like dips it in the ocean and takes off his makeup. So Nor,
Amazing.
Oh, you don't have
you
your
have
coat
never
of.
seen Ash without his makeup. As
Okay.
Alabaster, as Ash, as anyone, because he
I've
actually
seen you
contours
covered in
differently
goo.
for Ash than he does for Alabaster. So you've actually never seen him fully no makeup. You've seen him with runny makeup. Yeah,
That's
how
funny.
much different is it?
very.
I don't think
It's
Nor would
ridiculous.
comment on it. The funny thing is Nor has natural makeup. She's a changeling,
Yeah,
right? So she could
yeah.
just be like,
exactly.
okay, I'll have mascara on now. She just has to think it, and it
I just
is.
I just think it's very funny because like he does all of his makeup for very specific aesthetics and looks, and like, and now it's just nothing, and he's just like, oh fuck, I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, sweetie, when we get back, I'll have to lend you some of my waterproof makeup.
All right.
I love it.
So we are now telepathically bonded, and then I have an additional question now that we're here. How far away are we from the bottom of the ocean? From the city?
Yeah, you are about 20 minutes swim.
Is that within
From the
1
city?
mile? The island,
It would be one
underwater
mile
island.
exactly, yeah.
All right. I want to swim down halfway, and then I want to cast Mirage Arcane.
Nice. I love it. We'll get to that in a second, but just to sort of explain why she's not going all the way, it's because she doesn't want to be seen just hovering right above the fucking city.
Mhm.
So, she's chilling a little
Yeah, for
ways
sure.
back and letting y'all swim underneath.
So,
So, mhm.
Shimmer will stand up in the boat, and she'll like take her turtleneck off, and you see she's got gills, and
Yeah,
she's
Ash
got
assumed that she
she's
was
got
a mermaid.
well webbed fingers, and she's wearing this kind of like, it looks like Green Dragon scale mail, but think Little Mermaid
Yeah.
show bra.
Sure.
Yeah, and she's wearing like this little cute like purple like sea skirt. I don't know.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Prime.
She goes, much better, and she dives in.
I love it.
I mean,
I'll put
Ash
on-
will just follow.
I'll
with
put on my
flippers
flippers
on.
and just dive in too.
And magically her hair stays super wavy and beautiful.
I mean, Ash's hair is just like shimmering and like up, just like
Yep.
in a cloud. And if he had a mirror right now, he would be fine with the flippers.
It's a good look.
So, as we swim down, Ash will ask, so, what's this department you're with?
Like it's like totes amazing and totes secret.
Yeah,
But like we're gonna change the world.
sure.
Just
But like, what do you do?
Just you wait.
But how are you going to change the world?
We're gonna change the world through inspiration, through leadership, and through positive thinking.
But what are your plan? Like, how are you going to enact those things?
Through leadership, through positive thinking.
So you're like low level in this department then?
Oh no, I'm like the top.
Are you the only one in your department?
No, that's silly. It wouldn't be much of a department with only one person. That would just be silly.
I mean, I've seen hundreds of departments with only one person.
That just seems like a person.
No, I mean they're part of a department.
Well, like our mission statement is like, what is out there? What could it be?
Can Ash do an insight check, please?
I had to fight not spitting.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Okay. No, I mean they're part of a department.
Well, like
It's gonna be
like our mission
24.
statement is like,
Like
what
telling
is
the
out
whole
there?
truth. Like this
What could
is
it
real.
be?
Can
Or
Ash
no.
do an insight check, please?
I mean, even with that 24,
I had to fight not spitting.
like, what was I gonna say?
Oh my
Shimmer
gosh,
seems to be
Holy
telling the truth. I'm getting, 1 second, I gotta...
No, I mean they're
some
part of a
sort
department.
There we go.
Well, like
Sorry, I had a delay, so I had to mute
You're
it.
fine.
So she believes, she's telling you everything as she believes it to be true.
Okay.
She does, like, she is the leader of the department. You don't know
Okay.
what kind of people would follow her. You
Cool.
don't know, like,
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah. No,
many,
it's
but
more just like making sure that this is, that there's no runaround happening. Like, does that
there
make
might
sense?
be there might be a little bit of a runaround, like not wanting to give you all the information that they know,
Sure.
So,
We're not deep friends yet, so it's
mhm.
fine. So, like, who else is in this department with you?
Like, I can't just give out my roster of members. Like, that's like totes secret.
All right.
But let's just say they're very prestigious.
Okay.
So we swim down halfway. You guys are having this conversation while I'm weaving a spell together.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then this is going to be an odd sensation, I think, for Shimmer. I have to change the terrain into some other kind of terrain. So I'm changing this 1 mile square
Mhm.
of seawater into fresh water.
You have just destroyed the environment.
You don't do that.
It's either that or lava.
This
This
water-
fresh water.
This water tastes weird.
Ash
know,
looks over at you and is just like, why did you? What?
I know
Uh,
my sea friends.
You know that
Right.
that
Snap.
fish live here, right?
It's look, sound, smell, and even feel like some other sort of terrain. The fish, they can just swim. It's only this 1 mile. It's only for 10 days. All right? All this is telepathic, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But like, what if like a dolphin gets stuck in here? Like, it changes their buoyancy and they won't be able to surface and they'll drown.
They'll be fine.
This actually changes the terrain, right?
So the important thing is now with malleable illusions, which is my
Mhm.
which is my illusion wizard thing. I can make things just appear. So I will like hold out my hands. I will do this, and then I will just create a slab of rock about 10 by 10 right underneath Ash and Shimmer, and then it just floats down to the bottom of the sea.
Why are you polluting the ocean?
That will be gone in 10 days' time. And it was a rock. There's rocks down there.
Yeah, but like,
No,
what if there were like a family down there? You just squish them.
You're kind of thinking of a lot of what ifs. I'm just worried about you're the one who wants us to get into wherever we're going. I'm just preparing us for the journey.
But like,
As you are
how?
arguing about this, I had a couple of encounters that could have happened, and I think this is the one that makes the most sense. 1 second.
God, we're gonna fight underwater. This is gonna be so rude.
Yeah.
You ready for
these-
this, Giles?
Oh, I'm always ready. It's been a couple of days since I got to taste the blood of things. Except I didn't really get much taste in the blood of oozes. That didn't taste good.
So in our telepathic bond, all y'all start hearing someone that you have not seen yet.
Like,
Bowie.
Hello, new friend. Hello.
And 1 second. Sorry, Bowie got the spoon again. This is like, she's usually not a spoon eater, but I guess I left something in reach that she thought was hers. And you hear in your head, Shimmer, oh, this is inconvenient. Hello? I am not meaning to speak to you, so please, for lack of, I hope this doesn't come off as rude, but I am bonded with Alabaster, and unless I speak to you specifically... Oh, no, he would not say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I am
I was gonna say, you just fucking out Nash right now?
Nope.
What are you doing?
I have bonded with Ash, so please, for privacy's sake, pretend you don't hear anything we say unless I address you. Nothing personal.
You got it, boo.
And, Ash, you hear in your... Oh god. Ash, you hear in your head, it doesn't appear that we're going to be, tasting blood anyway. These appear to be, elementals. Well, get ready. And let's
Great.
roll for initiative, as 4 water elementals form around you,
Ah,
very frustrated with the change of the environment.
See, you made them sad.
19.
Who's Faye?
See, you made them mad.
Oh, I thought you said Faye. You made them sad. I was like,
That's just my thick accent.
all right, a roll for initiative.
Yeah.
7.
Amazing.
My +1 to initiative at level 13 is amazing.
And, Shimmer.
11.
Incredible. Let me pull up those stats.
I mean, are they like obviously like we're gonna try and like murk you now?
Yes, they
or...
are mad. The water is starting to shift angrily. And it is going to... Jesus, holy shit, sorry. It's, I know that sounds nervous on the player end. I'm Jesus holy shitting because their movement speed is 30, but their swim speed is 90.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Um,
they're water elementals
I
in
know.
the ocean.
I
We're
know.
in their house.
literally walked in. We're like, "Hey, sup? How do you feel about a gigantic rock on your face?"
Yup. So 1 second. It is going to enter Nor's space.
Also, we changed your air into acid. Hope that's cool.
Is the water elemental, what size is it?
It is large.
All right. I mean, personally, I would love if they were bigger on their
Sure.
thing was 2x2 instead of 1x1. It makes me feel like I'm fighting giant creatures, you know.
Uh-huh. Alright.
But
I got you, fam.
but what is it? Tell me what it does. It swims into my space
It's-
and does
yeah.
something.
Yeah. So it swims up into your space, whirling all around you. You're kind of getting thrown a little bit, and I need a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm pretty good at those. 7.
All right. You are grappled, kind of caught in this mini current, and you take not a lot, 8 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, 8's a
and-
lot for a wizard.
True.
Full stop.
And until this grapple end, the target is restrained and unable to breathe unless it can breathe water. So you're fine there. Ash, it is now your turn.
Don't stray far.
God, he really just wants to do diplomacy because he really doesn't want to fight these people right now. But they already attacked, and so he kind of feels like he should just attack them, but I don't know, man. All right, so I guess Ash is gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
No, Ash is gonna stay right there and just whackety whack 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 with magic weapons.
You're gonna move up to the water elemental one.
Yeah, I assumed that I was. Oh, sorry. I thought I was a different person. Whoops.
I know, you were looking at the tally.
I was looking at the tally. That's a D12. What the fuck am I doing? Nobody knows. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Alright. First attack is a 15.
That will hit.
Cool. All the other attacks are higher than that.
Alright.
So
So
we'll
give me
just
that
we're
damage.
gonna Merca dude. It's
Mhm.
cool. Bloop, bloop.
So Ash rushes forward, sees Nora getting tossed about inside this space, and just starts carving in with guiles, 1, 2, and stab.
I mean, he is going to say I'm sorry. Like, he is also going to be like, if you don't attack again, I won't attack you, okay? Okay, thanks, bye. Oh. $50 on the nose.
Nice. Yeah, it's bloodied. Did not enjoy that. Next up is Water Elemental 2, who sees that Nora is kind of getting handled, but this strange fighter is attacking its friend, so it's gonna rush up, and it's going to make 2 attacks. Yeah, 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
The first one is a dirty 20, and the second one is lower than that.
Cool.
I don't think that hits, right?
Neither hits. No.
Yeah, so it hits, like, it kind of hits you, pushes you back a little bit, but then you move forward again. All he really did was do a little bit of a wave.
Cool.
And then next up is Shimmer.
Shimmer's gonna call out to the elementals. You guys, like, he didn't mean it. He's just a stupid surface dweller. He didn't she didn't mean it. She didn't understand. Like, just be cool.
What language are you speaking?
I am speaking in
Aquan.
Primordial.
Oh.
They actually don't have that. They
Well,
do not respond to you.
Is that Aquan?
It is
'Cause-
Aquan. But
I thought like all.
Well, the
all-
question
all
is,
four
would
of
her
those-
character know that water elementals speak Aquan?
Yeah.
yeah. 1 second.
I thought like Primordial was like those 4, just with like an accent.
1 second, because they they are group dialects. So yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna give you, because you spoke Primordial. We'll pause combat here, and it'll pick up if things don't go the way that would make it end permanently. So the third water elemental will say back in Aquan, tell her to stop it.
She says to stop it, and then they'll probably stop.
Will Nor
It's not my
drop?
turn.
Oh no, that's the
We're out of combat for now.
yeah. They're all pausing.
Out of rounds.
Yeah, so pretty much Shimmer is taking her action to be diplomatic. And essentially everyone's pausing, and then we're going to start after Shimmer's turn. If
As I'm grappled by this thing, I'll just be
well,
like,
they'll hold on, like they'll kind of slow the thing. You're still
I'll twirl my finger like this
Mhm,
and use my action to do malleable illusions,
mhm.
and I will make the terrain for 200 feet in every direction salt water. Is this what you want? I say, or is this what they want? I telepathically communicate to Shimmer.
I will say in Aquan, is this acceptable?
And then they'll I'll have them. Is it all
she
done?
says it's not permanent. It's just for a little while.
Is it all changed back? They ask.
I don't know.
I can change it all back. I just have to make it a little different than it was, and I'll make it all, instead of fresh water, we'll make it deep sea water instead of just top sea water. I don't know. DM has to rule on that. Mirage Arcane says you make terrain in an area up to 1
Oh, got
mile
it.
square, looks, sound, smell, and even feel like some other sort of terrain. So that is a prerequisite. It cannot be the same as it
Okay.
was. It has to be at least a little different.
Actually, what you can do is kind of
Ooh,
make it better
tropical.
and less polluted.
Yeah, yeah. I'll make it like tropical, really nice water rather than like, I don't know. This is probably like Arctic, kind of cold, like northeastern.
Well, you don't want to change the temperature too much. But what I can say is, like, you can essentially purify the water so that it's
Sure, it's purified.
Ooh.
and you feel like the water elemental around you like breathe in this new water,
Nice,
um,
right?
and go acceptable. And they're all water, in water, and you just
You
kind of
have
see
a
them,
10 days.
yep, and then they disappear.
All right, thanks. Bye. Love you.
And
Man,
yeah.
I had a good thing to do on my turn. I was gonna Misty Step away, and then
Uh-huh.
I was going to just make a big rock dome around us, and then we're just gonna sink to the bottom of the ocean.
That would have been hysterical. But you could still do that, for future stuff.
Diplomacy worked just fine.
Yep. Yeah. No, that was
This
good.
is so bonkers because we're underwater, and I can alter the appearance of structures or add them where none are present. And since everything is terrain, right? It's all water.
Yeah.
I can in theory just add a structure anywhere in the water. Period.
This is like an awesome place to play with Mirage Arcade. Yeah. So you swim down, and as you get towards like the bottom, it's not like the bottom of the ocean, but it's the bottom of like this particular um like stretch of ocean. And there is essentially like an entire town, a small town, mind you, that you imagine like existed a long time ago, but kind of fell underwater either in some sort of tectonic activity hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Um, and it is mostly abandoned buildings, things that are not really like worth investigating because it's been washed away. It's just home of fishes, and like maybe you could pick out like some cool plants and stuff, but there's really only one building that has been since preserved. And having been at the underground place, don't say where because Andrew has not been there yet, where there was only one place that was preserved. You imagine that like there's some sort of magical thing about this building that let it be preserved, as opposed to getting eroded in the sea.
So do we think that this city, like given that, do we think the city is like kin to that other city?
Yes and no. It could be, because it existed back during where you found that map and that had a map of this city, but it's a town, not a city.
Is
I
it
don't.
Uh,
pretty? Oh, sorry.
So it's not. It probably won't be like as cool as the city that you went to, but it's definitely from the same era.
okay. Cool, cool, cool. That was really the question. Is like
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna find the same information and such, but it's gonna be similar.
Mm-hmm. What was the question, Eric?
It's dark down here, right?
Yes, it is.
Can I cast a
I'd say
light?
dim, but yeah.
I mean, if we're a mile under the surface,
Not a mile
Can
under the surface. It's just a
wait, wait,
mile
wait.
swim, like you're under the surface
oh, okay,
probably
okay.
like
Can your
two, three
Mirage
hundred
Arcane
feet.
add light to the area?
That's a good. I could. This is a question for the DM. Can I make? I can't make the water lighter, but could
You
I
can
don't
add
think I
little.
can.
You've seen
But I
bioluminescent
know
algae and
light.
stuff. Yeah, you saw
Oh
actually
yes.
you saw
So
bioluminescent
I will
stuff
look
in
at
the
this whole town
underground.
and I will wave my hands together, and then everything is covered in a light film of bioluminescent algae. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you allow that, because if that counts as a creature, then I can't. Oh, but
I
I
would
can
say
alter. Well,
yeah.
it does say that I can alter the appearance of structures. So maybe I can't cover them in algae, but what I can do is I can just streetlights,
Well,
right?
algae's not a creature. It's
Streetlight.
Yeah,
just a
it's a
plant.
plant. You could get plants.
Okay, but better yet, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
spring up streetlights everywhere.
Nice.
And then now it's just they're lighting up the city,
I love
and a
it.
little, so that there
What
we go.
Very
color
nice.
are the lights?
We'll go with uh pink and white.
Nice. I'm a fan. And what are Ash and Shimmer doing while Noor casually like up doop bloop just redecorates this little town? It really is more of a town than a city. Very akin to where what Ruby's in is. Isn't that Ruby the NPC that
Yes.
Yeah. So it's sort of like that size.
Okay.
But what are the two of you doing while Nor does that? Just watching?
Yeah.
I think I will go and find a nearby fish
Mm-hmm.
and like just like, hey buddy, like are there like any like scary things around that we should be worried about?
Are you doing speak with animals?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a charge on the staff.
Sounds good. So you find an itty bitty guppy who communicates like everything bigger than me is scary.
But like super scary.
And they'll like cuz you get I don't think that you get like verbatim, but you do get like sort of like their uh basic like very basic communication.
Mhm.
And they'll kind of communicate that there are sharks in the area and big fish with teeth. But it's big fish to them.
Mhm.
So really, it seems like the only things that bother fish here are larger fish and the occasional shark. Um, and having been around here long enough, you know that it would just be a giant shark at the worst, which is
Mhm.
easy peasy for y'all. So you're not concerned with the wildlife around here in terms of being a danger for you. But also bear in mind that the place that you are going into, um, there's no windows for the fish to get through. And even if like there was like a small crack, like the things interact only when like large sentient creatures get
Mhm.
around there, so it's not a danger to the fish.
Cool, cool. Thank you, little friend. Here is a snack.
And bloop, grabs it and swims away happily. And you eventually come to this structure. There are and here's the thing, the riddle changes every day, Shimmer. So even though you've been here before, um, you don't know the answer to this. It is a large building with columns, and in each column, so four of them, uh, is a face of an elven, or the kind of engraved, not engraved, carved into it is the likeness of an elven person. And today there is a pedestal in front of the door with a dagger kind of like stabbed into the pedestal. And each elf has a handout like this. And as you approach, the statues like or like the not the statue it's like a statue but like in a they're acting as a column. They open their eyes and look at all of you. And does anyone speak Elvish?
Let me just double check. There is a small possibility.
Yes, I do.
Sounds good.
Celestial, Common, Infernal. Nope.
Nope.
Rip.
I've
I
So
got
can
then,
Elvish.
comprehend languages, but you got it, so I'm not gonna mess with that.
yeah, and I imagine Ash will translate for the
Sure.
party. So one of them speaks and says, "Hello, I am Fanover. If you would like to pass, you must find out which of us is the assassin." And then the other ones sort of come to life. And Fanover will say, "Saluna was with me when the assassination happened. He cannot be the culprit." And then the second one, and I'll put this into chat. Anseline, the one next to him, will go, "Raskaler has never lied to me." And Saluna will say, "I was accomplishing a very important task at the time, which makes me innocent. Raskaler is definitely the assassin." And
So I don't know what
Raskaler,
to
uh-huh.
do here because this is one of those instances where we have both used the same puzzle in our game.
No! Yup. Yup.
If you remember that underwater temple that I put you through,
I don't.
uh,
I definitely do
at
not.
the beginning of quarantine for the gnomes.
I don't remember that.
Really? Yeah,
definitely
that
do
was
not.
this. That was this
Are you sure you're not
puzzle.
thinking about Tuesday?
Hey, I put both of you through both y'all through that same one, so don't even
Mhm.
don't even playing with me. Y'all
Yup.
talking about how much I love Tuesday over you. Now I just have to.
It's all good.
So
So.
So it's up to us.
Mhm.
Right now, I don't like the one whose name starts with an R.
okay, what are their names again? I'm sorry.
Fanover, Anseline, Saluna, and Raskeller. So Fanover maintains that Saluna was with him when the assassination happened, so it can't be the culprit. Anseline maintains that Raskeller has never lied to them. Saluna will say that he was accomplishing a very important task at the time, and says that Raskeller is definitely the assassin. And Raskeller will say Fanover was acting very suspicious right before we noticed the crime, and is pretty certain that Fanover did it.
What do you think, Shimmer?
Who died?
And the statue will say, "The DM when you broke the fourth wall."
Oh no.
You just have to figure out who killed someone.
What happens if we guess wrong, Ash?
They did not give that answer.
What happens if we guess wrong, statues?
And Fanover will say, "Saluna was with me when the assassination."
Yeah, they're not gonna tell us.
All right, so Saluna was with them, and so that means the only one, the R one, was the one. So it's either those two are covering for each other, right? Or so it's either two of them did it or one.
Unless Fanover killed Saluna.
Oh, is it one of them who died? You
No.
think?
No, one of them is a killer.
Oh.
My guess is Anseline because she doesn't even reference the death.
And
just
no
like
one talks about her.
right. So what do we need to do to like
Place
say this
the
one's the one?
You place the dagger in their outstretched hand.
Mm. So if we guess the wrong one, maybe they like attack us or something. Or if we guess the right one, maybe they attack us. I don't know.
See why I needed your help?
Hmm?
See why I needed all your help? Like, this is totes hard.
Well, we could just guess. I don't like. I can't remember these names very well. I'm so sorry. The one whose name starts with R.
It's in the chat.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Thank you.
Mm.
So I think it's
sorry, but
Raskeller because okay, so like let's look at this. So Fanover says Saluna was with them when the assassination. Okay, so Fanover's covering for Saluna. Saluna says that they were accomplishing they were in various important task at the time. And thinks Raskeller is the assassin. And then Anseline says Raskeller has never lied to them. But Raskeller then just says that Fanover was acting suspicious right before we noticed the crime. And they're pretty sure Fanover did it. So the thing is Raskeller is that could be a not lie. Fanover could have been acting suspicious and they could be pretty sure. Well, no, then they'd be lying if they said they're pretty sure Fanover did it if they did it. Okay,
Well,
okay.
Well, then wouldn't that make Anseline a liar then?
Yes, but then that would be the only thing. The thing about Saluna is, what if Saluna's very important task was killing,
Murder.
and it was a Saluna plus Fanover? I don't know, man.
Leia,
I
I
don't.
think I remember it now, and it might have been written, and that's why I zoned out because Murphy can't read. Because I was trying to not metagame.
It's possible.
Huh.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't written, but that's okay. It doesn't actually matter.
Well,
I just think it's entertaining.
So if Fanover and Selena were together,
Mm-hmm.
then what Rascaler is saying is a lie.
No. Because if he believes that it's true, then it's not a lie.
That's something Ash would absolutely say.
Yeah. Still think
Kink
it's Anseline.
insight.
Anyone who just doesn't answer the question is generally attempting to
All right, go with
guess
that
and
then.
not think about them.
I think that's as good of a reason as any.
So you give the dagger to Ansel.
We're gonna give the dagger to Anseline
All right.
because that is the one that Ash would choose.
Sounds good. You do that, and 4 bolts of lightning shoot out. And
Indicating that we did good.
that you did raw. And the party will take 4 lightning damage. And the dagger
Okay.
reappears in the pedestal.
All right. Well,
At least you crossed
I was
one
wrong.
of them off.
That's fine. Let's try R, because you don't like R, right? That's the one you think it is.
Yeah. So wait, did we take damage from that? Sorry,
Yeah,
4
Yeah.
full
damage.
points.
4.
Nothing major. Yeah,
It's gonna get worse the more we guess wrong.
probably. You know, whatever.
I don't trust Rascaler. It's not, to be honest, but okay. I'm just like, is there like an actual logical way to solve this?
There is.
Yes,
But there's
there
not
is.
like
I'm really trying not to metagame. I am doing what
Yeah,
Ash would
you're
do.
okay. You're okay.
yeah.
But
What
yes,
w-
there is a logical way to solve this puzzle.
Okay. Well, Nor is a killer who regrets her killing. So she understands the mind that would kill. And from her perspective, murder is always done because someone thinks that they're doing the right thing. But we already who did we put it in last? Anseline, right?
Yeah.
So Nor would think it was Saluna because Nor thinks in terms of like people who commit these heinous acts think they're doing the right thing, and just maybe Saluna thought she was doing the right thing, which makes her thinks that she's innocent.
Why didn't Seluna cover for Fanover? Like if they were together, why?
They didn't cover Fanover. Fanover covered Saluna.
Yeah. So, well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
asking
why?
why didn't Seluna cover Fanover?
Saluna's blind.
Yeah, but Saluna says I was accomplishing a very important task at the time, which makes me innocent. Rascaler is definitely the assassin, so she's saying singular I, where Fanover is saying we, essentially.
Yeah. Sus.
Which is suspicious.
This is reasonable. I would put it in Fanovers.
And so if Rascaler, so it wasn't Anseline, so she's probably telling the truth that Rascaler never lies. And if Rascaler is saying that Fanover is the assassin, Saluna is not backing up Fanover. We can try Fanover.
Final answer, party.
Yeah.
Yep, Fanover.
So you pop it in Fanover's hand, and the lightning bolts shoot out again. This time, Jesus. 4 damage again. The d6 went up, but not the damage. So everyone takes an additional 4 lightning damage.
Ouch.
4. All right. All right. Saluna it is.
You put in Saluna's hand.
Yeah, Nor will do it.
All right. Bolts of lightning shoot out again.
Are you
It can only
kidding?
be one. It was
No!
Wrestler
We're
this
so
whole time.
bad. It was
Eight,
it was Eric's gut.
11.
Eric's gut was somebody named Rascaler would have done this. That was literally that was my only
Oh no.
That's 24 lightning damage that time.
Fuck. Jesus. Okay.
Well, that's because they were rolling. So we started off with, it went from 2 to 4 to 6. And the 2 and the 4 both, it was like 1, 1, and 2. And then
I'm alright
this
with
was a
it.
bunch of.
We're fine.
the game gave us opportunities for this to not happen. That's all.
Yup.
That's all I'll say about that.
And at long last, what, like, I didn't get it until, like, I got the explanation, but Rascaler never lied to Anseline. That doesn't mean that they don't lie in general. And that was what tripped me up with the explanation.
I mean, I think there are lots of logical ways to solve that puzzle, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
I'm bad at puzzles like that. It's good to be
Wrestler
on
is
the
definitely a
DN.
Slytherin. His name says it. It's on its
Yeah.
face. It's like right there.
And the door, at long last, opens into this large concourse. And it closes behind you. And it is kind of pretty. It's still completely covered with water. There's a large staircase going up to a heavy wooden door that is currently locked. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Passive is
20.
18.
Yeah, Shimmer and Ash, you notice above the door, it says, "Show me only love." And I swear if any of you got this puzzle before, I'll be mad. Because last night I also ran a one-shot with like 3 puzzles, and like everyone has done at least one of those puzzles because we all farm from the same Reddit threads. But anyway,
That's what that is, yeah.
yeah.
I have to run to the restroom, but I can still hear everybody.
Okay.
What did it say?
So it says, "Show me only love." And you look around the room, and you see above the door frame that you came through a face. So the door that you want to go to has "Show me only love" written over it. The door that you came from, a face.
Okay. Only love. I'll give it a kiss.
The face above the door.
Yeah.
So Nor swims over, and it's actually really easy to do this because, you know, the height doesn't matter. And you give the face a kiss, and nothing happens.
I showed it love.
I hug Nor.
I'm gonna be like kind of like, ugh.
Yep. It's an awkward hug. You do show a form of love, and nothing happens.
Come here, Ash. Join the lovin'.
I don't think this is what's supposed to be happening right now.
Yeah, I'll just say, like, you know, because a hug is Ash gives a very brief hug, it does not make anything happen.
Poop. Is there like anything like around this room? Something cool?
You could give me an investigation check.
I am not good at those. That is a 5.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of debris. The wall, is made from a gorgeous material. Probably was very expensive at the time of being built. Um, but you don't notice anything that would indicate like a hint to the clue to the puzzle. But maybe with some time, that was just kind of your first pass. That's not to say that you can't keep trying and checking.
Shimmer gets distracted very easily.
You find an adorable little shrimp that you start,
Hey.
and it.
How would you like to be awakened?
Oh my god, are you gonna awaken this shrimp?
We got 8 hours.
Yeah, you don't have it.
Oh, it's 8 hours. Yeah, that'll stop you in your tracks. That's for sure.
Otherwise, be wandering through the forest. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Boop.
Well, I think. Okay, so it just says "Show me only love," right? That's that's the whole text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. It's tricky. Tricky. So wait. So who is me? That's the question we need to try to figure out.
What happened?
So the question is, who is me? There's the face.
Mm-hmm.
The question is the face me?
At this point, like, it seems like a logical step to take.
Okay, and the face has. Can you describe the face a little bit more? Is it?
Yeah,
What does it look like?
it is an elven face that is a bronze sort of mask. Like, imagine like a sun sort of uh like a face in the sun, and it's made out of bronze, and it's right above the door. Um, and the other door has this sort of similar bronze plaque that's there. Um,
Hmm. Sorry, folks. I'm having trouble with this.
it's okay.
Um.
Now you can try and look for like, because Shimmer was looking for clues but didn't really find anything looking around the room. You could try and like look at other things.
Yeah, I'll try to look around the room to find any clues or just anything else.
What specifically around the room?
Something to love, or something that I could like, maybe like another mask, so I could give the masks a kiss to each other, or like I'm thinking of like something like that, something that would interact with this head.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I will guide you.
That's cocked. And I'll roll a d4 with that then.
Mm.
All right, so that's a nat 13. Roll the 4 on the guidance, and then I have a plus 10, so that's a 23 plus 4, 27.
Nice. So looking around the room, there are no objects that are meant to be interacted with. So you can confirm with certainty that this is meant to be something that you would either interact with the what's it called?
Are the words movable?
The words are not movable. But you see Ash with that 27. You see Ash kind of looking at the plate. And
Okay.
you can tell that like it's probably something either like like that can be done with one person and only interacting with the plate and or the face.
Can I cover up? Like if I cover up all the words but only love and or just love?
Yeah, so you start with only love, and nothing happens, and then you slide the hand over just a little bit, and as Ash does that, you hear a chunk, and the door locks.
So wait, what
Sorry,
was
I've been
covered up?
listening to
The
you
word
guys,
only,
like,
everything but
talk.
love. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
This is a logic puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
It was
I have
all
to go to
me.
the bathroom so bad now.
I
You
have
guys
to
can
I
keep
have
going.
to too as well. So let's take a quick bathroom break now that Leia's back from her
Now
bathroom
that
break.
I'm back and like
Yup.
here, yeah. I don't
Sorry.
know if anyone in chat has any questions or whatever. I'm happy
Yeah,
to
or you could
talk, or
socialize with
Andrew,
Andrew or
or
whatever. Be right
yeah.
back.
That was silly.
I like. I knew it as soon as I took off, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm just, like, I know this is what it is. Just say friend and enter. That's what this whole fucking door is. God damn it. That's fine.
Melloc.
Exactly. So, how are you enjoying the game so far?
I love it. Shimmer's a gem.
Is it really different from the game you're playing on Saturday?
Yeah. In that, like, you have a plan.
Well, I mean, you guys haven't been playing on Saturday for super duper long, right? It's only been a couple of months.
Yeah.
So you guys just kind of started, like, figuring out what the fuck. Have you guys gone to the Paladin camp yet?
Yeah, we just came back from there.
Okay, so you like dealt with the undead horde.
Mhm.
Cool. So you're like a third of the way through where we have been, I think, probably.
Nice.
Because right, Eric, Zombie Horde took us the first year, didn't it? Yeah.
My character just spends all his time just building stuff.
That's cool. What kind of stuff does he build?
Puppies and dragons and
Very nice.
spider crabs. He's building a person soon.
A person. That'll be interesting. A robot.
A warforged.
Ah.
I think
Man.
I think your group is paying me to build you one.
Are you that? Oh, wait, no. We are paying someone to fix a warforged.
Yes. I think that is me.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
So are you doing that in your game too? Like we came to you in your game?
No, like I found the stuff to build one. So now I'm building one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like Silver's building one from absolute scratch. You found one that just is
Needs
like,
repair.
yeah. Like all the components are there already, like including the battery. It's just needed some scraping out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Sure.
like, don't tell Andrew, because they haven't done that one. They did the one that you actually haven't gotten to. But anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And while I was coming back from the bathroom, I got distracted because I give Bowie like the empty milk cartons to play with because she likes tearing stuff up. But I tucked it away like in a place she doesn't usually look because I didn't want to give it to her yet, but she found it and my bedroom is just covered. Because usually I'll have her supervise so she's tearing it up in a place that's easy to sweep. I'm not like, fuck. But anyway. I can't get mad because it was on the floor. Like anything that's on the floor is fair game for dogs.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So you get that satisfying ka-chunk. And appearing next to you, I'm gonna pop it into serious play. Oh no, I put it in general by accident. It's supposed to be DDMs. My mistake. Here we go. A map of the area ahead. And it's like on a tablet, and it's color coded with red and green spots. You are coming up at the little gray bit, um, to in like the middle right, and It's like a tablet you could kind of move up. It's a little on the heavier side, but definitely holdable and usable. And for the dungeon crawl bit, I would just need to know who is going first, and we're just gonna have like party order. And then once we get into rooms, I have separate maps for that. I'm assuming Ash is first, just because that kind of is what happens. But
Ash usually takes first, but we'll kind of like look at Shimmer and be like, happy to take lead, but if you want to,
was
please
like,
do.
I don't know where I'm going.
All right.
I was like before we go, like, does like anyone need like a little hilly poo?
I'm all right for now. Save it for later.
Eric, you're muted.
I was talking there. I'm at half HP, so I would take.
You
Take
got it, buddy. And I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
All right. Let me know what you gave me.
You get 11 HP back.
11 HP. All right, that's very useful for a squishy little wizard like me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 53 out of 82. We'll be okay. I have a plan to kill us all, by the way.
Good lord.
I have such a good idea, and I just want to do it. Anyways, so let's start swimming.
All right. So
Yeah.
you start swimming down the corridor. Ash is going first, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you move over here. And right now it just seems empty. There's not even like any paint on the wall, not paint, paintings on the wall. No statues or anything of that nature. It's just a empty hallway where a carpet probably used to exist but has long since disintegrated.
Long since disintegrated.
And who's carrying the map?
Shimmer.
I'll
They're
carry the
the
map.
they're the like archaeologist here.
I am strong.
Well, Shimmer, which way should we go?
Yeah, I think Shimmer should be leading this because they're like they kind of like hired us out.
I'm just curious why they'd have this little hallway that goes to nowhere.
So is Shimmer now leading?
Shimmer's the one who's giving directions, but we'll be in front of Shimmer.
Okay. So you're gonna go up the empty hallway?
Yeah, let's just because like, why would they have an empty hallway?
So you walk down this hallway. I'm gonna expedite it just a little. Even with an investigation check, you don't notice anything amiss. You press the walls, you press the floors. Perhaps it was a place that used to lead somewhere else, but the magic has long since been dispelled or worn off.
Weird. All right, let's go up the center hallway.
Okay. And when you get here, where are you going?
So this looks like a little door.
Yeah, so let me describe that door for you. So we're at the one northeast. Sorry, I've got east entry. It is a simple door, and it has a doorknob and a locking mechanism, and it is made out of a treated wood.
Shall we try this door and see what its deal is?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have to be able to see to be able to do malleable illusions, I think. Never mind. Because let's go open the door.
Who's opening the door? Ash?
I mean, Ash will check it first, but yeah.
Mhm.
Is that just an investigation check, I imagine?
Yes.
Is there like a doorknob?
Mhm.
That's
I'm
gonna be a
going to
23.
I'm gonna Mirage Arcane, and I'm gonna lift up or like a out of the ground a door will appear with a hole where the doorknob is. So Ash can like kind of reach in and open like that, and then we can
So
look.
that
So then we can look through the doorknob and see what's on the other side. But that way, if like something like that shoots out of the door, right? Like let's
Yeah.
say it won't hit her, or him. It'll hit
the door.
it'll hit the new fake door. Then it's kind of more of a wall with a hole in it, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
are
Gotta
so
get-
smart.
I love it. Yeah, this wall appears with a hole for Ash's arm, and he goes through and opens up the door. It's unlocked, and he's able to swing it easily open. And you look through, and you can't see like the entirety of the room, but it is large. It's almost like it reminds you of the open concourse from the other city that you were at. This is like the main room. It's probably just a little bit smaller because this entire building is smaller than the structures that you investigated at the other underground city. But
I'll drop the
you do
door.
not
Or,
notice any. Um, oh, and I'm sorry. There's one other thing that I didn't say about the map. And it just says sleep word, and then it has something. This is something that Giles translates for you. Sleep word is all done, and he will translate that.
okay.
All right, sleep word is all done.
Yep. Because remember there were guardians at the other one.
Hmm.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
and you
So
did not know the
he's
sleep
definitely
word.
gonna say that to Shimmer, because Shimmer's the only one that can actually talk out loud down here. So
We can technically talk out
Yeah.
loud.
oh,
Yeah.
can we? Okay.
Yep. And you would have to say it in the other language, but Giles would practice with you to the point where you could say it in the
Gotcha.
other
Okay.
language. It's 2 words, you know. Um, I'm just gonna say the party goes in, and you enter. 1 second. Wrong map. Oh, the wrong map. Here we go. This open space. It's not quite as tall as this is like leading on, but it's essentially this. You come in from the um, east entryway, so about this area. There is a beautiful checkered marble floor with a very waterlogged grand piano. There are statues lining this kind of like square space, and there are 1 second
Oh, it's the
several.
one-shot map
Yep, yep,
with that guy.
yep. It's funny because I almost used my lich map, and I'm like, no, I don't want them to think that there's a lich here. Um, so there is a archway to the south and 3 doors, 2 leading east, 1 leading north.
I'm gonna close my fist and use malleable illusions to make a box of steel encase every one of the statues.
I love it. Yep, you do that. I love this spell and how you're able to use it like in its most powerful form right away. So right
Just
away she
for our
she learned
audience.
from go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, no, go ahead and finish your sentence first.
Oh no, just right away you walk in, you're like, you're closed, you're closed, you're closed. I am done with this bullshit.
So for anyone watching from home who doesn't understand, Mirage Arcane is not this strong. Mirage Arcane is actually one of the worst spells in D&D. Like at least 7th level. All it does is make a terrain look different. The only thing that makes it strong is that I'm a
Entire
illusion
mile.
wizard. For
And
a
it can
mile.
change it into anything. Like we have seen how amazing Mirage Arcane.
No, but
could have
yeah,
a
it's
whole
amazing right
hideout.
now. Listen, I agree it's awesome right now. I totally agree. The thing is I have malleable illusion. I'm an illusion wizard, which means I can change my illusions after I cast them. So I can decide now I'm gonna change it. If I cast Mirage Arcane up there and decided on fresh water, I couldn't have even turned it off. I literally couldn't have turned it off without dispelling magic, right?
Sure.
Like once you cast it, it's just there normally. But I get to mess with it because I'm an
definitely
illusion
make
wizard.
it more awesome. I'm just saying for a long form campaign that is like long con campaigns like this one.
It could be really useful. in a
Mirage
long
Arcane
time.
is actually amazing because
Yeah.
it can change like the people would not even see
Yeah, they'd
the
like
shit you're trying to hide.
That's always been a swamp over there, when in fact it is, it is a
Right.
beautiful river or whatever, right? Like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It can be useful, right, in the right hands, but more like the kind of the moment to moment, like me. The statues are in steel now. That was only possible.
That is because you were an awesome illusion wizard. Yeah.
But I just wanted to explain the mechanics of what's going on, because it could get confusing. Like, why are they just changing reality? So where to, Shimmer?
Let me check my map.
So, I mean, you have all of this. Like, you have a map of the whole place. It's coded with green and blue. There seems to be.
I'm
some
gonna
sort of
mage armor
symbol.
myself first of all, because I should have had mage armor already on that whole time.
Yeah.
I did realize I didn't. Do either of you want mage armor? Set your AC to 13 plus Dex. I don't know if that's useful for either of you.
No, thank you. I
Okay.
have some scale armor on.
Okay, sounds good.
But thank you. Would you like barkskin?
Barkston's concentration, if I recall, so I'll let you save your concentration for something more important.
Why is barkskin concentration? That's so silly.
That is very silly, actually.
Yeah. Agreed.
Let's see. We'll try and see what's in room 3.
Sounds good.
So, like, is like the green port, is that open?
You don't know what it means. Oh, sorry. This part is an archway. So, like, you can walk freely through here without having to touch anything. To go through here, there is a door.
Why would they have an archway and a door? So what do you think? Archway or door?
This is your expedition, so there's no wrong choice. We'll get what we need eventually.
All right, let's try the door.
Who's trying the door?
I'm gonna look at the door first.
We'll do this.
19 investigation. Make sure there aren't any fucking traps on it and shit.
Could you just make the door not there?
No, I can't remove what is there. I can change the appearance of what's there, but I can't destroy it. Well, I can destroy it, but I don't want to get into that's my secret trump card for our first combat.
Yeah. So, Ash, you investigate the door. You do not detect any traps.
Okay. Then I will attempt to open the door.
All right. As you attempt to...
I'll do the... can I do the door in the door thing again? Like I did last time? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you open the door, I think that you may... What's your HP?
That's not a good question. That's not a question I want to hear right now.
Ash?
Oh, my HP?
Yes.
Right now I have 99.
All right. No, I'm kidding. You do not die. It is not power word kill. But you watch Nor and Shimmer. Ash suddenly seize up and become paralyzed.
At the act of touching or opening the door?
Touching. And the door does open, and as it opens, you hear the sound of screeching and angry creature noises. Let's all roll for initiative.
Right. So
Ash,
Ash
you
is on
can
this
still
side.
roll, but you will be paralyzed.
Sure, yeah. 21.
Sounds good.
I'm really good at with having cocked dice. Okay, 13.
Shimmer?
23.
Damn.
I mean, I rolled a 13, so like that's probably the most impressive of these actually.
Yeah, I probably should have. Every time we start combat, I was like, oh yeah, I probably should get the creature stats up, and then I just don't, like a fucking silly goose. 1 second. I do not have. Darn. There we go. All right. So Shimmer in front of you. Oh, goddamn, I need here we go. Well, this is the room so far. So I'm just gonna move y'all. 1 second. Where'd y'all go? Here we go. I'm gonna move y'all over here. You don't see what's inside yet because Nor has the illusion up. Um,
So which
so
one am I?
you are the blue one.
Okay.
So the doors in front of Ash, there is a wall in front of Ash as well. So you can't move, we're kind of going in between maps right now. So you can't move through the door until Nor gets rid of the illusion, but you can move up through this if you so chose. And there's other ways to get into the room. I'm just talking about like the mundane
Mm-hmm.
means.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
we do have a paralyzed party member, but anyways,
Yep.
go ahead.
Shimmer will swim over to Ash, boop him on the snoot, and lesser restoration.
Does that...
Blind, deaf, and paralyzed, and poisoned.
Beautiful. So yeah, you lesso resto Ash, and he is back good and ready to go.
Boop.
Ash.
Nora thinks to herself,
Oh,
I
sorry.
kind of
And
like
then...
this Shimmer.
Uh-huh. So you actually don't have to swim. That's your action. So what would you do with your movement? You could stay. I didn't want to assume that you would.
I think she's gonna swim a little bit back, and then as a nope, that's all she's gonna do.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong goddamn map. Here we go. So I'm just gonna... So you move back like here a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the creature. You can't see what it does.
But
So
it's doing something.
it's doing something. I don't want to put it in until like y'all break through to avoid metagaming. So next up. Oh wait, no, Ash, you were supposed to go. I'm sorry. You are back in normal.
Okay.
But and Ash went after. That's good timing.
No, so Ash actually goes before the thing. Sorry, I got confused because I'm.
Oh, but no, but Ash goes after. It's good timing that Ash goes after Shimmer. That's what I was saying.
Yep. So what does Ash do? You are currently faced by a wall. There is a open archway next to you. You have triggered some sort of trap.
The door opened, right?
The door opened in front of you, but Nor put a wall in front of you.
Oh. I mean, then Ash will take a 5-foot step back, and so he's not in front of the door, and wait.
Sounds good.
Because there's nothing to hit right now, right?
Yep.
Oh, Casey?
Yeah?
I forgot to do my Cosmic Omen roll.
Right, yeah, so do that.
So I got odd.
Okay, so that means you can add?
Whoa. Subtract.
Subtract. I love it. I love it. Alright, do you enter one of your shapes as a bonus? Because you could do Starry as a bonus action.
I was gonna wait until I saw something.
Got it. Sounds good. So then we're up at Nor.
All right, all right, all right. I heard know my name, so I'm assuming it's my turn.
Yep.
All right.
You're in front of the door/wall you created for yourself.
Okay, and there's something in that hallway on the other side.
So just to describe, no one has gone through this hallway. There is something in the room on the other side.
All right. So the question about malleable illusions is, do I have to see to be able to do things with it? Do you mind if I look that up quick?
Yep. I mean, I don't mind, but look it up.
Use cast an illusion spell. You can use your action to change the nature of that illusion, provided that you can see the illusion. Okay. So I can't see around the corner, so I can't. I'm gonna swim up and just peek through the thing. Do I see anything when I peek through the hole?
You do not. It has moved purposely to hide so that whatever it doesn't know that you're looking through the hole. It knows that you are entering through the door. So
I'm gonna Misty Step. I'm gonna cast second level, use my bonus action to cast Misty Step, and end up on the other side of the door.
Alright, so you end up on the other side 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you are about to...
Why did I not take Misty Step? Why did I wait for a scroll to fall into my hand? It's like, I need these bonus action spells. It's like the only bonus action spell in my entire repertoire. Oh, it's a big one, okay?
It's
okay.
super big.
It's the big H, okay?
A stone hydra that has come to life has been waiting to attack the prey. So as its reaction, it's going to make some attacks.
What? Oh no.
Reactive heads. For each head that the Hydra has beyond 1, it gets an extra reaction that can only be used for opportunity.
I might just die. Okay, it's okay. I can reaction shield.
It has 5 heads.
Oh, okay. I can reaction shield, and I have my illusory self, so I can just negate one of these hits.
Yep.
So go ahead.
The first one's a 27.
Sorry, I'm making a thought here. I'm trying to decide if I should wait to use my illusory self in case I get critted. I'll take this one. I'm just gonna straight up take the first one.
Okay. Second one is a 13 plus 8, 21.
Shield as my reaction, so I have 22 AC.
Okay. Nat 1 for the third one.
Okay.
Fourth one is a 16. And the last one, okay, so it's even less. So only 1 hits.
Shoot, I should have illusory self there. Fuck. Well, I still have illusory self. It's like it's not. I get it's a free thing I can do whenever I want. It's
So you take 11 piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
And you still have the rest of your turn.
And I've got my action. For my action, I'm gonna change the nature of my illusion. I'm gonna do 3 things.
Yeah.
First thing, I drop the door, letting my allies in. Second thing, I'm going to encase a dome of iron around myself. Third thing, I'm going to create a spout of lava, like shooting up into the Hydra underneath it.
Okay. We can say dex save for 3d10 damage.
Whatever you decide. I'm just letting you know. I want it to be. I don't want to just. I could turn the room into lava. I'm not doing that, right? I just want to spout. I don't want to destroy everything in the room. I just want it like a shot of lava to be shooting out into the thing, and it's gonna keep going until my illusion stops. Because I guess now it's a.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a dex save for it, which it has advantage on. So that'll be, I don't think that's a 16 will save. So roll me 3d10 damage, and it'll take all of it.
3d10 damage. All right. My DC is 7. Okay, so that's an 8 and a 1 and a 5. So that's 9, 14 fire damage. I assume fire damage.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna say, typically, fire will be halved underwater, but when it's lava, it's a little bit different.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we are now back at the top with Shimmer. You look and you see Nor suddenly encased in iron after getting whacked at by 5 different heads of the Hydra.
Being in this with that Hydra right there is a great concussion machine, right? It's a concussion box. If that thing just starts hitting the.
Yeah.
So I can't see nor now.
You cannot see Nor right now.
I'm gonna have 2 little eye holes for so I can see a little slit for
Yeah.
eyes in the thing.
That's fine.
Well, in that case, then I'm going to bonus action enter star form,
Yes.
and I will
Which
I will
one?
take the form of the archer.
Perfect.
And then I will
So you have to go into the room to be able to see it because it's currently like tucked back in. You can get into the doorway, or there's this path up here. Either one.
I think I'm gonna go up the path.
Sounds good. So you move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Give me a wisdom saving throw. As you hear chiming inside of the pathway.
26.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. 1 second. Okay, so you will take half damage. Luckily you are not, what's it called? Paralyzed. 22 damage halved of psychic damage. Do you want to take your action to dash and be out of this?
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20. 1 second. I'm going to pop you where you would be on the map here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. So you would be back here with 10 feet of movement remaining.
Okay. Then I will bonus action archer.
You've already bonus action the archer.
Well, like it's like when you turn into the form, you can do it.
Give me 1 second. I just want to
I
double
think.
check that because I think you take your action to do it.
When you activate this form and as a bonus action on subsequent turns.
Oh, perfect. Then you got it.
That is a 31 to hit.
Yeah, that'll get him.
And they take 19 radiant damage.
Nice. 1 second. Math is hard. All right. Next up, Ash. What do you do?
That's a really great question.
What do I do?
Wait, where are my people?
They are. You watch Shimmer go
In
up
there.
the hallway. I mean, this
Okay.
is all you can see. You watch Shimmer go up into the hallway. You see Nor in a iron ball, and like you can move up here and see like the Hydra in totality. But like from here, you're kind of next to the door, like kind of tucked behind
Oh god,
it.
that Hydra is so gigantic. Okay. Hot. Sure, I guess. Nora's getting hammered, so Ash will go in. He gets a flash from another person
Mm-hmm.
many leagues away, probably about the same time, TBH, fighting another Hydra that just kind of like sighs deeply and tally.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
You're...
whack-a-doodle, I guess.
Sounds good.
Ooh, nat 20, friends.
Nice.
Okay, lowest is a 14 though. So I don't know if that hits.
14 does not hit.
Okay, how about 15?
That will hit.
Okay, cool. So we got a nat 20 and a 15. All right. Wait, no.
How much, or actually, yeah. I imagine the nat 20 does more than 25 damage.
Do you want me to do each hit individually?
Just for this particular creature, I'm sorry.
Okay,
'Cause it
then I
does
will
matter.
re-roll. Yes, it definitely does more than 25.
So one of the heads, dies with
So you
that.
sink. There goes, and the head just starts exploding away.
So what was the damage on the crit?
Yeah, yep. Give me just 1 second. Okay, damage on the crit was 38.
Jesus.
Damage on the not crit, which I fucking rolled wrong anyway. Math is hard. 15.
Sounds good. Next up is the Hydra's turn. And from the stump that Ash chopped off, 2 more heads grow
Ah,
back,
damn it.
and it now
Ah,
has
you
6.
fuck.
Right. We have to hit. No hitting the heads. That's right.
So
Gotta
it's
hit
not.
its body, right?
I mean, it's when it takes. This is metagame knowledge. I don't mind sharing it. Whenever it takes 25 or more damage in a single turn. Oh, so it's a single head, not a single attack. One of its heads dies. But for each head, it has beyond 1. It gets. Oh no, not that one. Oh, at the end. So it'll happen at the end. Luckily, it grows 2 heads for each of its heads that died since last turn. So, um, and it heals up with that as well. So it'll only make 4 attacks this turn, but it will make more. So it'll do all 4 at Ash right now because Ash was the one that did more damage. It's a 2, a 26,
Hits.
25,
Hits.
and a 13.
Does not hit.
So that'll be 18 piercing damage onto Ash. As 2 ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and start just gnawing at his shoulders for the worst massage ever. Nor, what do you do?
Okay, so I can see this happening
Yep.
because of those 2 eye slits. So I will go ahead.
Oh! One
Yeah?
second. When did it take that? It does not regrow the heads, and it does not heal.
Because of the
Oh.
fire damage.
Yup.
That's pretty
Ooh, hot.
cool.
For the win.
Fucking clutch.
Well, okay, so here's my question, DM.
Mhm.
I just created a spout of lava, so it should keep just shooting, right? Until
Yep,
I tell
so
it to
it's
stop?
it's essentially that. So it's going
All
to
right.
make the dex save, which it does have advantage on. That'll be a 16, which I believe will fail again.
Yep, my
so-
spell DC is 18.
Yep. So yeah. So we'll deal with that. But what is the
So-
other thing you're doing?
So I'm going to. I'm just seeing if I can. Is it huge or smaller?
It is gargantuan.
Darn. All right. So
Sorry.
this thing's like this thing. No, that's totally okay.
Yeah. It's a beefier Hydra than the average Hydra.
Yeah. No. If it was huge, I could telekinetically try to bind it. But I can't do that. How do you feel about giant crabs? As the 6 seconds are going by, I'll ask, want to be a giant crab?
To Ash.
You
To-
asking
but-
Ash?
Not Ash. The,
Okay.
Shimmer. Sorry.
No thanks.
Ash?
No.
What if you turned the Hydra into a giant crab?
That it's Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, so all right, so I assume this thing's head is like butting up against the ceiling.
A bit, yeah.
I'm going to use malleable illusions, and I'm going to have the ceiling, and I'm going to have a bunch of steel spikes shoot out of the ceiling and into the Hydra.
Sounds good. I'll have it do another deck save. Nat 1, so give me 3d10 piercing damage.
So it's taking. So I'll do the. All right, so that's 7 plus 3, 10,
Nice.
and then it also takes the 3d10 from the fire because it already failed that one. You said.
Yup.
All right, so that'll be a 9 and a 5. And a 1, so that'll be 9, 15. So 10 and 15, so 25 damage in a turn.
Beautiful. Yeah, you definitely bloody it with that. Next up is Shimmer.
Okay.
Oh, the 25 damage doesn't remove a head.
It does. Yep. And a head is
Okay.
removed.
So
that
I like the idea that
Yeah.
like the like one of the heads was the highest one, and it like rears up to like go into attack Ash, and then it just runs into the spikes, and then as it tries to yank off, its just head comes off, like it gets stuck on the spikes.
Nice. Shimmer, what
Alright.
do you do?
So bonus action
Yep.
Starbolt.
Yeah, I learned something new about the Starry form, Eric. Whenever I do Archer, I haven't been attacking with the form because I thought it was a bonus action.
Oh,
Like on the first one.
but on the
like I
first
can-
one you can, yeah.
Like I can
I-
attack with a bonus action and still attack with an action. I've been only
Yeah,
using
that's
that as
great.
the first one, so
That is a 15 to hit.
that will hit.
For 15 radiant damage.
Sounds good. And what do you
And
do with your
then-
action?
I'm gonna bonk him with my staff.
Nice. So you run up and thwack, try and hit him.
19.
That'll hit.
That is 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. You are able to knock off another head. It has 2 now, I believe.
No, we've taken out 3. Or no, I didn't take
Yeah,
off a head.
But you've
Yeah, you
taken out,
did, but
you've
then
taken
two
out 3.
came back.
No. It has 2 heads remaining, is what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying.
yeah,
It had
yeah.
5. You took off 3. It has 2 now.
Got you. Okay, I see.
All right. Ash, what do you do?
I mean,
I
we're just
sent an
gonna
imp
we're
to
gonna
DP
keep the
chat, by the way.
whacking, cause that's
What's up?
ah. Okay, 2 hits. One of them was sad. Not on that one, but it
Mhm.
was not
So you
great.
actually don't have to. It's damage in a single turn. I thought it was an attack, so you could just tally it all up.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. $36.
Nice. Yeah, another 1 second. Another head comes off with that attack. And it is on its last legs, and it's going to, in its dying breath, try to attack Ash again.
I'm gonna say whoa.
Uh-huh.
So minus d6.
Nice. All right. That's good because that would have been a 25.
Nice.
So roll that d6.
4.
So 21, does that still hit?
No, it does not.
Hey, so it's all set to chomp in, but Shimmer from behind just taps its leg a little bit with the staff. No. And go ahead.
No. Bad Hydra.
Distracts it just enough where it chomps down right next to Ash's face, and it probably would have stinky breath if you were not underwater. Nor finish it off. I'm imagining two deck saves.
Can I end? Can I? Well, it's still have to make the deck save if I end it on this turn. because I don't want to fill the room with too much lava.
Got it. I imagine
Oh,
you're just doing little spurts, like it's like a firebolt of lava. And
Okay,
then
okay,
it,
that's fine.
Yeah.
And I can always, at the end of combat, I can always just
yeah.
it's illusory lava, right? So, all right, so we'll start with those. So make those 2 dex saves. Well, we'll say that's at the start of my turn.
Yeah, so it's a fail, followed by another fail. So I think this might do it, because it
Alright.
has 4 HP left.
All right, well, that was 25 on the first one.
Yeah.
So that gets
So-
the head though too. So
Yup.
the spurt of lava comes up and just like it hits it like under the throat, and then like it like pierces into the throat, and then like breathes out the lava on the other end, and then is dead. And then I will, and my iron suit's gone, or my iron box is gone, and all the lava's gone out of the room. That'll be my action for this turn.
Nice.
And the spikes are gone. we don't.
Yeah, and the stone goes inert. And Giles goes to Ash, "You know, I wanted to remind you of the sleep word, but you were just doing such a good job." And with that, that's where we'll end. We'll do the looting next week, and exploration.
Oh my
but-
gosh, I totally forgot that we started at 1 and that 3:30 was our new end time. I was like, what do you mean we have another hour?
Yup. Yeah. So, thoughts? Anything we want to talk about? I got stuff I could throw out there, but
Well, before it ends,
Mhm.
do you want a little healing spirit to top everybody off?
yeah, we
We
could
can-
deal with the healing quick. So we
Okay.
start off fresh.
Yeah. Just let me know how much I get.
Well, it's like the healing spirit. So you just go into its space and you heal a d6 every round. So it's basically you get 10 d6 back.
Is that right? I thought they errata that.
Not on D&D Beyond.
Also, what's up, 104th Battalion? Thank you for coming. And also, we're just about to go into discussion. So if you have any questions or
Hey,
want us to talk about
I
anything,
am so sorry
like,
for missing you before.
let us know, because we would love to talk to you.
Yup. Yeah, if chat has any questions, we are more than happy to answer them. Yeah, speaking of the healing spirit, because that's a fucking buff ass.
The healing spirit can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, minimum of
Got it.
twice.
Got it.
That's the errata. So
Aw,
Yeah,
nerfed.
because it was super OP.
yeah, I don't think they expected it to be. They didn't think of the application out of combat, right? They imagined it as like you use it in combat, and then every one of your turns you're sending the healing spirit out to heal somebody, right? But didn't exactly work that way.
We could figure out healing next week. If
Yeah,
we
I think
wanted to redact that.
Rewind.
We could talk about the mechanics of magic because we got a ranger main in chat right now. And that's another thing because I feel like a lot of new players to D&D don't really understand the flavor of different casters. And and I probably DM'd for a good year before I really started what's it called? Yeah, I'm also logged in as Serious Play. But what was I gonna say? I feel like I learned a little too late the importance of understanding the flavor of how magic is cast. So I guess why don't we talk about our favorite casting class and what about the casting do we like in terms of like how the mechanics work, not necessarily like I like it because of the spell list, but I like it because of how I'm able to build the character based on these parameters.
So my favorite class to spellcast with is the wizard, and after Nor, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play another not wizard. Like wizards are really cool, and they're so versatile. Like I'm playing a wizard right now who doesn't know a damage dealing spell, right? Like,
but
and I
after
still
malleable illusion.
after malleable illusion spurts of lava. I mean, yeah. But anyways, so sorry, what were the sub questions?
Oh no, so how do wizards do their magic?
So to me, wizards pull their magic, like from it's. I kind of always view it as like. So first of all, I'll say most of the depictions we have of wizards in media, I think, are sorcerers. Like Harry Potter, they're all sorcerers to me, right?
Yep.
Because you have to have it in you already, and there's like a little bit of knowledge there, right? Like knowing the right words and like the right movements and stuff. Which, but it's all like it's like almost it's an extension of their own being, right? Voldemort is powerful because his like personality is like so magnanimous, whatever that is, right?
Magnanimous.
Whereas magnanimous,
Yeah,
thank
there we
you.
go.
Whereas when I think of wizards, I think of this book I read that was a little sexist and not that it wasn't that good, but I really liked it. I read it like when I was like in 8th grade, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But in the book, it's like classic science fiction, fantasy kind of thing, where like a guy from now gets teleported to a fantasy world, right? And the guy now is like a coder, right? And he like knows how to code, and like he's like a computer geek. He gets teleported to this fantasy realm, and in the new fantasy realm, he finds out that magic is just like coding. And so he's really, really, really good at it, and he ends up like saving the fantasy realm from the bad guys, right? That's like because he's able to use like the code. That's how I think of how the wizard sees magic, right? It's like coding. It's like if you input output, right? Like input these ingredients, output you get that. And I always, so that's kind of how I always think about the wizard is, it's always transforming one thing into some effect or some other thing. And so when I play as Nor to and any wizard to always like look at the components and ask like how would this component work with this. So like one would be like with polymorph, it is a caterpillar cocoon, right? Is the component that you need. I kind of imagine that as like I should lift up the thing, and for a moment like there's like a flash and like I'm in a cocoon and then I emerge as a T-Rex or something like that. Is like, but I don't always, sometimes you're in the heat of the moment and you're not thinking as much. Like invisibility, right? It's an eyelash encased in gum, right? I always think eyelash, the eye, right? Like you're no longer perceivable to the eye, So like that's how I always imagine the wizards casting their magic, is like in that kind of way. They're not drawing off of some other power. They're like outputting a specific sequence of actions that have a desired consequence.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think there will ever be a time in my life where I settle on a class that I will be for every character.
I was maybe being facetious, but keep going.
Because I do tend to play bards. That is true. I do play a lot of bards and I play a lot of clerics. And I love them. But I played Z, who
Artificer
was an artificer, yeah, but she will, as she grows, eventually probably multi-class into wizard if I ever play her again, because she is so deeply fascinated by knowledge of magic and tinkering with spells. So like I imagine her at level 20, or like if you take her over to Pathfinder and put her in Gestalt and have a 2020 character, she would be an artificer wizard. Because I see wizards as like wanting to know about the knowledge behind the magic. How does it actually work? And sorcerers are just kind of like, I do the thing. I think of it and it comes into existence. Where bards are like, my music is so awesome that I do magic with it. Which is one of the reasons I really like to play bards. Just because it's very, I don't know. It's very nice to imagine how bards do their shit. I don't know, spellcasting in any game is interesting. I unfortunately for Z, I bought a book to start like writing my own spells and like figuring out magic in world, and then stopped playing Z. like immediately. So I just have that journal now, just like chilling. But that's neither here nor there.
What about Andrew?
I mean, for the longest time, it always was wizard because you just had the biggest range. But lately, I gotta say, artificer, man,
So good.
So good.
it's just like because like you have to kind of try and think of it in like almost real world terms, like
Right.
how these things could work, and then you just
Mhm.
kind of heighten that to make it magical.
Yeah.
Like Greece. Okay, so like where is this coming from? So like, and then it's like okay, so how was this spell cast? And then like I feel like everything is more like tied more into like the real world for the
Yeah.
most part, and like you can kind of like science everything up, but like fantasy
Yeah.
science.
Yeah, it's like a really awesome mix between science and alchemy.
Yeah.
Almost.
So like I feel like that's how like my character justifies magic that he makes is it's just science that I'm better at than many people.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
no, artificers are hot.
yeah, like it's funny because I usually like I prefer playing as a player as like wizards and artificers and like kind of people that like deal with like things that like they can interact with and change, and it's not sort of this ambiguous like, oh yeah, like I just know magic because I received it. Same with bards, even though they kind of like receive it, it's kind of still based in uh like their study of music. But like I actually really enjoy playing as NPCs for backstory reasons, like backstories that help me understand the characters better. Casters that get their powers from a deity, specifically because it's so different from what like I'm used to in normal life, because like I feel like doing all this PhD shit, like we're wizards essentially at this point, and like I'm a musician, so like I understand the bard class, but I don't really understand like in real life being a paladin, being a cleric. And I remember when I was doing my masters, like I had a bunch of people who were like very religious in my masters, and like one of the people, like they turned to me, they go like, so you don't believe that like God has a plan for you? I was like, no, like I just believe that like I'm kind of doing what like I want to do. And then she goes, and you're not scared by that? Like scared that like you have full control and there's not someone looking out for you. And like that,
Mhm.
so when I play casters that are paladins and clerics and druids, like I really try and lean into there's someone out there that knows more than me and is looking out for me, and I am trying to do what is best to kind of keep that in my corner, and have that sort of trust and guidance. So I really enjoy the flavor that religious casters give, because I think that, like, as someone who is an atheist, like, I know that Eric, you could probably speak to this more than I do, having studied religion a lot more than I do. But I feel like it's very difficult for me to kind of believe in any one religion, because I don't feel like there's any tangible evidence for me to say, like, this is at the result of this specific higher being. Whereas with D&D, it's there. You have that, evidence in your face.
Sure. Yeah. You're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted, Eric. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I was typing out something quick, so that's why I muted myself. But yeah, in D&D, there's no ambiguity, right? And as for it, when I always think of D&D characters, I kind of always ask the question like, why doesn't your character believe in a god if they don't, right? Like if they have like, you know what I mean, like because there's tangible evidence that they exist. And I think in our campaign it's a little more reasonable because presumably maybe there wasn't that connection to the divine, so maybe it's like there's still like some suspicion there or something like that. But like with my character, like with pretty much any character I make, I always like think like they probably believe in a god, right? They're just not, there's a big difference between like being a cleric, right, being like a devout follower, right, and being somebody who's just like has a passive like, yeah, this is the one that I pray to, And so like, with Nor prays to the Raven Queen, right? And she has a raven on her shoulder, and she has like she wears a necklace with a Raven Queen, some iconography of it on it, because even though she doesn't draw her power from the Raven Queen, she identifies with the Raven Queen's goals and things of that nature.
Yeah, I think that in D&D, so like in real world, you either believe in capital G God, you believe in some set of gods or a god of another type or whatever, or you don't believe, and that all makes sense based on where we're at. It would be really insane for someone in D&D to not believe that
That they
gods existed,
exist.
because
Yeah.
they literally do shit. Like they come to the planet and they're like, "Hey, sup?" Like, so
Mhm.
I think there's a big difference between not, like in D&D for me, it's like, do they follow a god?
Yeah.
Do they pray to anyone? Are
Mhm.
they devout? Like those are the three questions.
Mhm.
And like I also like, one of the reasons I love playing clerics is to entirely change the way that people see and understand clerics, particularly when I'm with like very like standard D&Ders, like people who believe that clerics are just support characters and can't fucking wreck. Like I love playing people like, so this game isn't like that, but I still played
Mhm.
Tolly, who didn't want to be a cleric. She didn't want that. She started out before, the comets come and magic happens and the connections to gods occur again. She was a healer. Like that's what she did. So obviously she's going to be a cleric because she was a healer. But she wasn't a magic healer. Like she was just a medic, like essentially. And then these gods like choose her, and now she gets her power from them. It's like she could decide not to use their power, but also their power helps people. So she uses their magic, but is like very obstinate about following the deity, about like, if you're gonna give me this power, that's fine, but I'm not gonna just do whatever you want me to do. You did this to me. I did not ask you for it. And I like,
There's
so,
such a fucking metal moment that I'm so sad was not recorded.
oh my god, yeah. I don't know if I want to tell
God,
that story right now, but
no.
yeah, that was insane.
Where you
That
changed
character
gods.
that character, Tolly was like, when we talk, she was very devout. Not to a god, but she was hardcore. Like she had a way of life and she was hardcore. Stick to that. Like, God, more than pretty much any other character I've ever played. But I also, like, I played a cleric that was like just high all the time and worshipped a, so I walked into a game at a game shop that was ongoing, and I decided to play a cleric, and everyone, like, it was all dudes except for me, and they were like, "Are you sure you want to play a cleric? Like, you don't have to play a cleric. Like, you could do whatever you want," as trying to like not say, you're a woman, you don't have to play a cleric. Like they were trying not to say that, but that's what they were saying. And I was like, "Oh no, I'm going to play a cleric." And they assumed that this cleric was going to be one thing, and then I show up with a cleric who is a cleric of a party god, who is literally just smells kind of like pot all the time, is usually drunk, just like chill, like, "Hey yo, what you doing?" Like, hilarious RP. And they're like, "This is not what we were anticipating." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." That was the point. um
Mhm.
I also really love to play clerics that just like can wreck in battle,
Yep.
just because clerics can murder. um they do not have to be heal bots.
No.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's one of the best design decisions, I think, for the cleric in this edition. I'm not saying that clerics in other editions weren't also wreckers or anything like that, but I think in this edition, it's like there are some clerics who are good at healing, but most cleric subclasses are just, that's not their deal, And I think that's a good thing.
So
Go ahead.
I think that it's interesting because that has been true
Yeah,
of
it's been true
every
a while.
edition since 2e. However, culturally, like amongst TTRPG players, that is still how they see clerics, whether or
Mm-hmm.
not that is how people play them. The social construction of what a cleric is and what they do does not match what the game mechanics actually support.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is always, it has always been interesting to me. The same with bards, though. Like, I don't know that I've ever played like a sex happy bard.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
All of my
I
bards have been asexual.
like most of my bards just don't, like, some of them are flirty, but almost none of them. I think I've played one bard that was like, "I'm just gonna bang everyone from here to Asia, like I don't, you know. Um,
Yeah, I think like the archetypes are good to have, like because they give us a common ground to like kind of have experiences. But I think like whenever I meet a character, right, in a campaign, like I legit like I always think it's weird how characters will like players will role play their character reacting as though they know the archetypes we know from memes and stuff in their heads. Like clerics are goody two shoe healers, right, or something like that. When like that's your character wouldn't really necessarily view it that way. It's like with my like literally I didn't know that your character was a druid. I just was rolling with like they're just a character in the world. I didn't know you were a druid until you did the chalice or the archer form. Like, oh yeah, they're because Casey is
I
the
think you
same.
mean a setter, which I think is the best
Yeah.
thing we could have fucking done for the campaign because it's become almost a meme with risers and setters now. With the
You want to
party.
explain that to the audience?
Yeah. So Eric, rightfully so, doesn't want us to like, define our characters by the class and use the names of the classes as like a defining, kind of like
Mhm.
how like, oh, I cast Firebolt. It doesn't necessarily mean that the people in the world know the spell is Firebolt if they haven't like interacted with it. So my character is a twin with another party member, and we decided that like each twin, like as they're always born as a twin, each twin becomes either what we know as a cleric or a druid, but what they call it is as a riser or a setter. The riser takes the magic from the other plane, and then the setter, it kind of like settles the magic so that it's not chaotic. So drawing from this sort of, you know, like religious-ish as best as this particular, like typically would be a religious source, but in this campaign, religion is a little bit more ambiguous. But now druids are known as setters, and in this particular context, and clerics are known as risers because of how they gather and use the magic.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
everyone who's a cleric, like there's another cleric in the party that does not think of themselves as a riser because they draw it differently and have a different
They have
relationship to the
divine
magic.
magic as opposed to elemental, which is what yours is. Just for
Mhm.
reference, this is Dark Sun inspired. So
Yeah.
in Dark Sun, there are no divine entities,
Mm.
and so the divine entity, the divine cleric that we have, draws theirs because they are an Asimar. So they were descendant from angels. That's why. So they have like just some remnant of divine energy within them, but no connection to the divine. And then you're a cleric, but yours is drawn from the astral sea, an element. It's elemental, right?
Mhm.
Rather than being from any particular thing. And so, I loved. That's one of the reasons why I especially didn't want you guys because in the Dark Sun setting, magic users, despite our whole party almost being magic users, are exceptionally rare, right? Like no people can go their whole lives without meeting a magic user, right?
Mhm.
And magic users are hunted and killed, right? Because they represent a threat to the established order. Kind of like our current one, but a little bit more where it's not because they view magic as evil, but because they view it as like as a threat, right? Because they are also magic users, the people at the top. And so the sorcerer kings and queens. And
Mhm.
so most people are going to go their whole lives without even meeting a magic user, right? So they're not going to have a word for druid or
Mhm.
wizard or anything like that. They probably maybe wizard because wizards are maybe they're like a boogeyman,
Yeah.
in the culture. But yeah, so I really wanted to like when I run campaigns, I like really try to reinforce that your character has no idea how other people's abilities work. You have to ask them about it, right?
Mhm.
So don't assume, and I try to role play that a little bit. Like even with Ash and Nor, even though Nor is a good idea of Ash's capabilities, sometimes when I want you to cast a spell, I won't say like cast healing word. I'll say like, do you have anything that could patch me up, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like try to keep it in that character. I think that just helps maintain like a kind of cohesive internal fiction to the world that to me makes role playing more meaningful.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think for me it also depends on what type of character I am playing. So like in a campaign that I play on Saturday, I play a character who doesn't he can kind of read, but not really. And so he knows a lot, but that's because he's lived a lot of life, not because he has read a lot of stuff. So he has like all of the skills that are not academic in any capacity he's got. But so he does not talk about spells based on the words used in the mechanics, but somebody like well, who, like, I don't know, like probably Tali or Z, who does know a lot of the academic stuff, or has gone out of their way to read a lot. Like, they are gonna be the people that like use the mechanical names because they know the names of the things, because they've done the study. But that also depends on the world and the DM and whether or not they talk about it that way in their world, and whether or not that those
Mhm.
those words for those spells are known or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now I'm playing Curse of Strahd,
Mm.
and I'm playing a 8-year-old feral gnome girl who is
Nice.
a chosen cleric of Garg Littergold.
Okay. Jesus.
So like when like the party like found her, like she just does stuff. Like has like doesn't have any like names for it. Like, oh, this is the one where I make like the bad people like explode.
Yeah.
And and like people people trying to oh so like what do you do for like worship every day? And like I play and I do stuff.
Right.
Beautiful.
And she is pure chaos. Because like we'll just be like in a dungeon and like she'll just get bored and walk off.
Oh no.
Oblivious. Like she just made friends with like a death flood.
Oh,
Because like it was like hanging out and like she was like and like they started talking and like now they're friends.
Oh my god.
it reminds me a little bit of the child character that you played in the one shot, Leia, the necromancer wizard, where she raised her mom from the dead.
Yes, oh my god. I completely forgot about that character. Yeah, so she was like 8 and a necromancer, and every day she would cast a thing that allowed her to have her mom as a corpse.
I remember her.
Yeah, that was fun.
Man, she was messed up. I liked her though. Oh, that was a Halloween one shot with like 12 people playing
Right,
on Discord. That was
There were a lot
yeah,
of people.
because no one confirmed, so I was like, hey, are you able to play? I need to know by like Friday. And they won't respond, so I'll be like, okay, I guess you're not playing. I'll invite a couple other people. And then suddenly the day of, everyone's like, oh yeah, can I join and can I bring my partner along too? And I'm like, at that point, because it's like fucking quarantine, I didn't want to say no so people can like all have a fun night out. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
I don't think I can
that was
handle that.
nuts.
I can't handle that again. That was by
Do
far the
it.
largest party
Do
I've ever.
it.
I
But
think it's more fun to have. I think there's a point where it gets too big. Like I think there's a point where it gets too small too. But I like I like playing, like that was a fun experience. I guess I wouldn't mind doing it again, but I would say
not on the
the more
reg.
yeah, not on the reg, yeah. Like the
No, no,
more
no.
yeah, the more players, the less individual time for each character, and I think that works for some groups because if you're able to like, there's a couple like if you're a group of listeners, that can be good because like
Mhm.
and two, I think it can work really well if your group is if they view things as like community goals, right?
Mhm.
Like where we're together, we're doing this thing together, then you don't feel as if you're kind of all in agree, if your characters are kind of all in agreement as to where you should go, then it doesn't feel as bad. But if like you're constantly like disagreeing, you're like a big group of like 6 or 7, that's not going to be very fun.
Yeah.
It is 401.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say that was a fun conversation. I appreciate chat
Yeah,
joining in. But we will wrap it up now and finish this dungeon crawl next
next
week.
week sounds
Woo.
good.
Be well, everyone, and thank you for playing.
Thank you for DMing.